There's no one better at this than the defensive coordinator for Florida, Charlie Strong. He's going to give him multiple looks. You can't handle that if you're going to be Chris Ricks out there. The trouble is going to come early and often for him.
Well, yesterday my partner was on CBS calling that matchup between LSU and Arkansas, how the West was won.
46 years ago, the seeds of a football feud between Florida State and Florida were sown. But it was the controversial FSU no-catch in 1966 that blossomed the Noles and Gators into a full-blown rivalry. A rivalry which reached its zenith in the 1990s when national glory superseded even state bragging rights.
Harrison to the 20. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Gators.
It is caught by Dunn. He's got the first down to the 40, down to the 50. Touchdown, Florida State.
He's got Hilliard. He splits free at the 10, the 5. He's in. Touchdown. Oh, my. Caught by Green at the 40. Cutting left side. Quasi Green. Oh, my.
Clark to the 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, FSU.
Florida State, Florida. Bitter interstate rivals. Each at a crossroads, searching for the victory that will return them to national prominence and validate their respective seasons. Again this afternoon, we welcome you to the Home Depot SEC on CBS. A full house, more than 90,000 gathered at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville, Florida, as the Seminoles come across state from Tallahassee to take on the Gators. It is senior day in Gainesville. And among those who received the most wildly appreciated applause, Ben Troop and Kewan Ratliff. Bitter rivals, the Seminoles from Tallahassee and the Gators from Florida. And here come the Gators. They come in having won 5 in a row and still with a chance to get to Atlanta for the SEC championship game. Taking a leisurely stroll onto Florida Field, the Seminoles of FSU. Well, take the quiet approach when you can. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Vern Lundquist along with Todd Blackledge and Jill Arrington. We welcome you to Gainesville. Florida State knows what is in their near future. They have won the ACC. They will be in the BCS Bowl game for the 5th time in 6 years. A little murkier picture for Florida. It depends on what's going on elsewhere today. Georgia currently leads Georgia Tech. Looks like they will win. Tennessee has a 6-point lead over Kentucky. If you're a Gator fan, best thing that could happen is for Kentucky to defeat Tennessee if that happens. And here comes the late arriving crowd from Tallahassee, the Seminoles of Florida State. So the Florida Gators will wait now to see and hope that Kentucky can win. If there's a 3-way tie, it gets a little cloudier. We'll develop that as the afternoon goes on. Let's talk about this game. Remember that irritating kid in the neighborhood from your youth? He was the guy that you didn't like how he dressed, you didn't like how he spoke, you didn't like his swagger or the way he combed his hair, and he felt the same way about you. Well, think Florida and Florida State. Todd Blackledge, what is at stake in this game?
Well, it's so important for both teams. I mean, Florida State, they want to prove that they are back among college football's elite, and a win today would be their first against a ranked opponent this year and give them their first 10-win season since 2000. Florida, they've had a great turnaround after starting 3-3. 5 games in a row they've won. A win today would put an exclamation point on that turnaround, and it would give Ron Zook his first win against either one of his in-state rivals and give him some momentum going into the recruiting battle.
Well, these are two very closely talented teams. What are keys?
I think the first key is the running game. Both teams want to run the football, and the one telling stat In the last 15 games between these two teams, whoever's run for the most yards has won 13 of them. The other key is going to be the quarterback play. Who will protect the ball? Who will make good decisions? Now, Chris Ricks of Florida State has had kind of an up-and-down career. But in this game last year against these Gators, he single-handedly took over the football game. He threw 2 touchdown passes to Anquan Bolden, but it was his running ability that set the game apart. 83 yards rushing out of the pocket, kept a lot of drives alive. So his running ability, very important for this Gator defense to contend with. Now, Chris Leak, the true freshman for Florida, a guy who keeps getting better and better each week. His numbers are not all that impressive except the bottom one. 6-1 as a starter. He's improving every week. He played well against some good defenses early. He's got to play well against Florida State today.
Well, a cold front moved through here yesterday afternoon. It is chilly by Florida standards. I don't think the folks in Buffalo will have any sympathy for anybody down here. 52 degrees and a slight breeze out of the north. Well, Tallahassee up in the Panhandle. They have made the trip over. These two teams did not begin this series until 1958. Florida leads in games played in Gainesville last year. It was a convincing FSU win. As a matter of fact, the Seminoles have won 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two. Florida won the toss. They have opted to defer the option to the second half. So the Seminoles of Florida State will receive the opening kickoff as we get underway. Final regular season game between these two teams. Chris Ricks on the sidelines. And a recently expanded Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. Up in the 92,000 range now. Kelvin Kite. Matt Petrovich will kick off. He is the kickoff specialist this team. And if you've followed the Gators over the years, you know of Petrovich's inclination to get in and mix it up on kickoffs. He's a high school linebacker.
He can receive the opening kickoff for Florida State. Number 3,
We weren't sure if we were going to see Antonio Cromartie. He had a knee injury in the North Carolina State game 2 weeks ago. He's been a big spark for them on the kickoff returns along with Leon Washington. But it looks like Cromartie good to go here today.
And we have a full crew of ACC officials working this game. Here's Petrovich. We're underway.
They went right after Petrovich.
Taken by Cromartie at the 5. He's got some speed. There's a fumble. The ball might be ruled down by contact. Corey Bailey came up with it, but I think it will retain FSU. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, the Gators came off celebrating like they had the football, and they did come out of the pile with the ball. But he was ruled down before the ball came loose. Cromartie. The ball is out and his left knee is down. Now, was the knee down before the ball came out? That's the question. His left knee did hit the ground. Boy, that's so hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
Boy, that is snap, snap. In the National Football League, we'd now be spending 5 minutes looking at it.
All right.
Well, first down and 10. Chris Ricks backs in the eye. Play fake. Ricks comes out to his left. Pulls up, looks deep, nobody there. Has to scramble, which he does well, but not this time. Marcus Thomas, number 44, in the starting lineup with the tackle. Let's talk about Chris Ricks. Enigmatic might be a good term.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, I mean, he makes great plays and he makes really bad mistakes. You know, there's not a lot of gray area with him. And the way that Bobby Bowden says it, you know, the good thing for us is he has more goods than he has bads. You know, he makes more good plays than he does bad plays.
No gain on the last play, so they'll go from the eye again. Dominic Robinson is up top of the screen. He replaces the injured Cafonso Thorpe. Double tight end set. They hand it off to Greg Jones. Power run. And he picks up 4 yards over the left guard spot. Runs into Bobby McCray. Now let's check the Earthlink starting lineup for Florida State. The offensive line. The All-American Alex Barron. Meinrod, Castillo, Meeks, and Willis. Cafonso Thorpe. Broken leg last game 2 weeks ago. Greg Jones and Coleman in the backfield. PK Sam. Robinson gets the start at the wideout. And Paul Irons is the tight end.
And right away we see a situation of which receiver is going to step up to fill the gap left by Crefonzo Thorpe, the go-to guy in this offense.
Well played. Jones gets a block, and he is tackled short of the first down at the 39-yard line. Kenny Parker, number 58, a junior, was the man who got there first.
Kind of a conservative play call on third down by Florida State with good field position, but Florida had their nickel defense in, and Florida State thought they could spring a run through there, but good run defense that time by the Gators.
Fourth and 2. Kewan Ratliff is back. He awaits the punt of Jesse Stein, the senior. Here is the snap. Return is on all the way. It's not an effective punt. It does take a Florida State bounce and hits one of the down men right in the keister. 35-yard punt, nothing on the return. And there's a flag back at the 41-yard line. Oh boy. Is this problem is Mike, quite obviously. And Ron Zook gets a chance to register his displeasure. It will come back, and it will be.
It'll be first down for Florida State.
First down, Florida
defensive
State.
holding on the punt return team by the Gators, and so it's an automatic first down for Florida State, and now the ball at the 50-yard line. So a big turnaround play after the stop on third down. A penalty on the special teams gives Florida State the ball right back.
Now we had a phantom fumble, and now we've got defensive holding. Things have gone the way of FSU early on. First down and 10.
Might be a shot where Ricks takes a shot deep.
There's the toss, and Leon Washington is in. The second of the three tailbacks.
What a run.
Power run. And let's check in the Florida defensive unit now. They have been susceptible throughout the season to a running game. Darrell Lee, Kenny Parker, McDonald, and Travis Harris up front. Matt Ferrier, Reed Fleming, and Channing Crowder. He's a sensational freshman linebacker. And an all-senior quartet in the secondary. Lamar Dixon, Gus Scott, and the All-American Kewan Ratliff, so named by the football writers this week. 11-yard gain, first and 10. Opening drive of the ball game.
Movement. Tight end. Paul Irons took off a little bit early.
And we'll see if the mic is working this time. The answer is no. Let's go down to Jill Arrington.
Well, Vern, as you said, it's senior day here in the Swamp, and it's sure to be an emotional send-off for Florida's 22 seniors. Not only is this their last home game here, but it's also against their biggest rival, Florida State, Florida. Now, Kewan Ratliff told me these seniors have taken ownership of this team. He says, this is our biggest game. We are calling this our championship game, and we want to win it.
All right, Jill, thank you. First and 15. And again, Chris Ricks this time with the audible. Coleman, the fullback, and Washington is the deep back. Quick setup. Ricks, nail from behind. Marcus Thomas, who has really come on in the last 3 or 4 games.
Well, Chris Ricks audibled because he saw the blitz, and he knew he was going to have man-to-man. But what he didn't do is he didn't get rid of the ball quick. When you do a 3-step drop and audible, you better get rid of that ball fast. And Marcus Thomas in there for the sack on the short drop by the quarterback, Chris Ricks.
That's a loss of 5. The first full sack for the true freshman out of Jacksonville, Marcus Thomas. He's one of 14 true freshmen who have participated for Florida this year. Second down and 20.
Reverse.
And the handoff coming left side.
Wow, good defense.
Chris Davis. Ball is down.
Yeah, he was down, but that was an outstanding play by Bobby McCray. The defensive end, you tell him on a reverse, you've got to play your position. Stay at home. Watch Bobby McCray not get sucked in by the fake, but stay at home and then use that acceleration to make the play on the reverse. Gus Scott also there. But if Bobby McCray doesn't stay at home and respect that backside, that's a big play for Florida State.
That will go as a tackle for loss. It'll be 11.5 on the season for Bobby McCray, who erupted in the big Florida win at LSU when he had 3 sacks. The only loss on the LSU ledger this year. 3rd down and 25. Ricks back with time. Deep. Double coverage. Way down there. Intended for P.K. Sam, incomplete.
The first 3rd down play, Florida State was in a regular I formation and ran the ball. That time, straight I formation. It was only a 2-man route. So a lot of double coverage opportunities for the Florida defense, and a nice hold after the penalty by the Gator defense.
And another 4th down, the last negated by the holding call. So here again is Jesse Stein, and Kewan Ratliff awaits it at the 12-yard line. Ratliff, who has 9 interceptions this year.
Another low kick.
Yes, it is. And he's nailed good downfield coverage at the 24-yard line. That's a 34-yard punt, 5 on the return. Gators have the ball on offense for the first time. We are at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville.
All right.
Thank you. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
This isn't gonna do it.
These burritos are a bit smaller than we expected. We're hungry. Maybe 10? Yeah, 10 more. 10 more. We'll make it like an even dozen. That'll probably do us. All right, this should do it.
That's good.
Did you order some?
Big breakfast burritos. Sonic's got them, others don't. Breakfast at Sonic featuring really big burritos stuffed with sausage, egg, and cheese. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Sprint's got wireless and wireline integrated, managed as one seamless network.
Yeah, but we're meeting with AT&T.
And AT&T Wireless.
Huh?
Hi. Hello. How you doing?
Hi.
How are you? AT&T. AT&T Wireless.
So when do we meet with Sprint?
2 guys, 1 suit. You should have seen it. Sometimes seeing is believing.
Get integrated wireline and wireless services from one company. Get the facts at Sprint.com. One Sprint, many solutions.
Kirk Browning, Oksana Bayul, and Brian Boitano burn up the ice. Plus, the gold medal rematch the world's been waiting for. Olay presents Ice Wars 10, all new CBS tonight.
NFL doubleheader tomorrow on CBS. The early game led by New England at Indianapolis. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms will be there for that one. And the league game is Kansas City at San Diego. Dick Enberg, Dan Deerdorf will be out there. And the quartet that occupies that space in front of the Plaza Hotel in New York will be along tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time. First down for Chris Leak and the Florida Gators, and they have a first down at the 24-yard line. Leak, the 18-year-old freshman, in his 8th start. He's 6-1 as a starter. Flips it out left side. Flag is down on the near side, thrown at the line of scrimmage. Pass is complete to Carlos Perez if it stands.
We mentioned how both these teams will play 3 different running backs, and they'll have different kinds of rotation. They're going to try to find who has the hot hand. Cedric Faison, the starter now for Florida, and over this 5-game winning streak, he has certainly had the hottest hand for the Gators, averaging just about 90 yards per game rushing in this win streak.
Faison had 190 yards last week, or 2 weeks ago actually, in their most recent victory, and he shares that spot with Deshaun Wynn and the senior Rand Carthen. Here's Chris Leak, Independence High School, Charlotte, North Carolina, and as we mentioned, became the starter after the Miami loss, and he is 6-1 as a starter.
And the thing that's getting better for him, the more he's on the field and the more he's playing and seeing things, the better his in-game decisions and in-game adjustments are becoming. And Ed Zonbrecker, the offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, I think is doing a great job with giving him a little bit more each week. And his advice today, throw it fast, because this front four can rush the quarterback.
Florida loads up with 3 to the left side, 1 wide right. And it is a run blitz for the Seminoles. Theatric Faison caught and dropped and may have lost a half a yard. Let's check this offense now for the Gators of Florida. Offensive line, Starks and Snell, seniors, and the other 3 are sophomores, DeGory, Butler, and Randy Hand. Rand Carthen, a 5th-year senior, O.J. Small, Perez, Kelvin Kite, and Ben Troop. Well, they talk a lot about the youth of this team, but there are 15 seniors who start on both sides of the ball. This one flipped out to Andre Caldwell, number 5, and he is close to the first down. Now the FSU defense, very good front 7. Darnell Dockett making his 48th start today. Womble, Moore, and Emmanuel. The linebackers Bulware, Augustin, and Kendall Pope. And in the secondary, Rufus Brown gets a start today. B.J. Ward, Jerome Carter, and Stanford Samuels complete that list. 1st and 10, and here is a handoff and no gain.
See, the strength of this Florida State defense is their front 4, and it's not just their starters. It's their backups that can also make plays, as Faison a little slow getting off the ground after that run. Jeff Womble, the senior, in there on that play, but their front 4 is an outstanding unit. And again, their backups can come in and make plays too. So they rotate a lot of guys in among that front 4. And because they're so good up there, this is not a real heavy blitz team. They rely on that front 4 to get pressure on the quarterback.
Now Theatric Faison trotted off and is jogging around the sideline. The trainer trying to catch up with him. Here's a quick flip out to the near side. Perez gets a stinging block from O.J. Small. And that frees him out to the 43-yard line.
And that is part of the Florida strategy, is to throw those quick screens. It does a couple things. Number 1, it gets the ball out of Chris Leak's hands fast. Number 2, it makes this defense run all over the field. Last year they threw 8 screens against the Florida State defense. That's the 2nd one already in the ball game today.
Rand Carthen is the running back now on 3rd and 1. He gets the handoff in a big hole, and he knocks down one of the safeties. B.J. Ward got jolted. Oh, boy.
So you say you want to play free safety. Watch number 24 get a little bit too high trying to make this tackle. Rand Carthen is zeroing in on him and puts that helmet right under the chin and runs through it.
First down across the 50 at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. High formation. Here's the draw play. Carthen gets a block from Latsko, the fullback, and picks up 3.
One of the things now that you watch Florida do is they're not huddling up. It's a no-huddle offense, but it's not a 2-minute hurry-up offense. So they'll come to the line of scrimmage, and then Chris Leak will look to the sidelines, and he'll look to Ed Zonbrecker, who's calling the plays, and they'll see what the defense is, what the defensive personnel is, and then they'll call the play at the line of scrimmage. And this forces Florida State to keep the same defensive personnel on the field and play a little bit more vanilla than you would if you were huddling up every play.
Now O.J. Small lines up tight to the right. He's a wide receiver. And here's Leak back, goes left side. Little pass underneath. It's complete to Carthen, and that's inside the 35. Actually, Carlos Perez, it's 23 instead of 33. So Carlos Perez, the senior wide receiver from Hoboken, New Jersey, who learned to speak English when he came from the Dominican Republic by watching Sesame Street, heads to the sidelines.
That's a popular show in the Blackledge house, too. Sesame Street's good, man.
The 4 boys all still watch it, huh?
Yeah.
Mom and Pop, too?
Yeah, you can't help it. It's all in the kitchen. Breakfast.
First down and 10 near the midway point of the opening quarter. This is the first Florida possession. That is behind Dallas Baker. Now, Chris Leak and his communication with Ed Zonbrecker is something to watch with great interest.
Yeah, I mean, what they do is, again, they don't huddle. So Ed's signaling in the play to him, and Chris Leak is going to call it. And then they may even change it once they see how the defense sets up. So Chris has got the play, and they're going with it. Now he looks to the sideline again. Now they've just audible. They're just changing the play now, but it came from Zonbrecker after he saw how the defense was set up. So it's great communication between those 2 guys on the field.
9th play of the drive. Carthen gets the handoff, comes to the right side, has Max Starks, one of the senior tackles out in front of him. Big Max Starks, heavy-footed Max Starks with his size 19 shoe.
Take a look at what Chris Leak has done and where he's gone with the football in this 5-game win streak. 20 to the running backs, 14 to his tight end Ben Troop. You see 43 to the wide receiver, but a lot of those are screen passes, okay? At least half of those, or a third of them, have been screen passes, quick throws to those wide receivers.
3rd and 7. Small is the man in motion. Here comes the corner blitz. Leak reads it, goes for Kelvin Kite, too strong, out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and we're going to see Matt Leach, who hit a career-long field goal of 50 yards in that win at LSU back in October. Matt Leach, 6'1" junior from Sarasota, Florida, for the season, as you can see, 16 of 21. This will be from 47 yards away. Sean Morton, the senior, will hold it, and Casey Griffith, another senior, will snap it back. Good kick.
Nice.
Got it. 47 away. Opening thrust is successful for the Gators of Florida as Matt Leach knocks it true from 47, and the Gators take a 3-0 lead.
At Miller, we brew great tasting beer because you can get in line and take what they give you, or you can make your own choice. Miller, good call.
I moved to Earthlink because they hate internet pollution as much as I do.
I moved because they block pop-ups, and I'll take all the help I can get.
Because Spam Blocker keeps my inbox neat and clean.
Different people, different passions, different reasons for moving to Earthlink, like our pop-up blocker and spam blocker tools. They block almost all pop-ups and spam. Call 1-800-EARTHLINK. Get 6 months of dial-up service featuring Earthlink Accelerator at half price. Move to Earthlink. It revolves around you.
A doubleheader day featuring the AFC's division leaders. First, New England collides with Indianapolis. Then, Kansas City slams into San Diego. Sunday on CBS.
3-0 Florida with 6:05 to go in the opening quarter of play. These two teams began this series in 1958. Florida won the first game. The first FSU win was 16-7. That was in Tallahassee. Ray Graves said he would take the Florida team over to Tallahassee to play FSU, but only if they had 40,000 seats. So Florida State spent the summer adding 20 and doubling the capacity, and thus was a bitter rivalry enhanced. Petrovich will kick it off for the Gators of Florida. Georgia winning at Georgia Tech. Tennessee winning at Kentucky. Those games of import to Florida and their fans. Here's the Petrovich kick. Flag is down. Fumble. Loose ball.
They picked it up.
Lasco got it, but it might come back.
The only problem is where that flag is laying, it looks like Florida may have been offsides on the kickoff team. That's why you don't see celebrating on the Florida sideline.
Billy Latsko, number 42.
Boy,
picked it up.
2 huge penalties in the special teams right away for Ron Zook's squad. The first one gave him that first down on the 4th down punt play, and this one may cost him a touchdown.
Illegal procedure is the call. We joined the referee late in that, so didn't hear the first part of the explanation. So it wipes out a touchdown for Florida on the fumbled kickoff return. And Ron Zook is a specialist in special teams. He spent the first part of his career at Florida in the early 90s as the special teams coach. And there's a little preaching going on in that group right now.
And their special teams have been very solid this year. Last year, in his first year as a head coach, they had some problems. This year, they've been pretty solid on special teams. And in a game like this, with so many good skill players, a play or two in the special teams, a break here or there in the kicking game can make a big difference. They just gave one back right there.
And now Willie Reed has taken one of the two spots deep to return it. It's Cromartie and Reed. Leon Washington is not. Is there. This will be Willie Reed at the 22-yard line. And now for the Pontiac High Performance Update. Let's go back to New York and Tim Brando.
Vernon Todd, 7:34 went off the clock. Cedric Houston with a punishing touchdown run with 23 seconds left. Tennessee appears to be on their way to victory. Georgia in that other key game up 27-10. Now remember, with Tennessee's win, LSU now needs Florida to win impressively, and a Miami loss tonight because that would weaken Tennessee's BCS standing because they beat Miami.
All right, thank you, Tim. 3-0 now, 1st and 10, ball at the 22-yard line. Chris Ricks backs in the eye. Lorenzo Booker is on for the first time, number 28 at tailback. He gets the handoff, comes to his left, and then back up the middle of the field to the 28-yard line.
We talked about both teams with 3 tailbacks and wanting to find ways to rotate them. Well, the way Florida State rotates is they go by series. So the first series, the senior Greg Jones was out there. The second series was Leon Washington. And now it's Lorenzo Booker's time to come on and play. The 3rd offensive series for Florida State.
Gain of 7 for Booker, 2nd down and 3. Toss sweep with James Coleman in front. He gets a terrific block on Johnny Lamar.
Well, they really sealed the corner too. Alex Barron, the All-American tackle, doing a great job on the edge there. Booker had a lot of green grass and white jerseys out there. Not many blue shirts on the corner.
That's a gain of 9 and a first down for the season. 286 yards, an outstanding average of 6.4. Booker, the freshman from Ventura, California. 1st down and 10. Booker again. Movement on that right side of the offensive line, pushing the pile to the north. And he's across the 40 and out to the 42-yard line.
You mentioned some of the problems that Florida has had stopping the run this year. 8th in the SEC coming into today, giving up 154 yards per game, and a couple teams really hurt them. And they lost to Ole Miss here back before the win streak started. Ole Miss ran the ball 36 times for 223 yards against Charlie Strong's defense. So what you'll see Florida do is commit extra people. One of those safeties, Dixon or Gus Scott, will sneak up to the line of scrimmage right before the ball snaps to try to get an extra safety involved.
Toss right side again. They keep it on the ground. The other part of that equation is that this Florida State team in their win, a thrilling win in double overtime against North Carolina State 2 weeks ago, rushed for 272 yards. So this tri-headed tailback is very effective for them. And they've got Greg Jones, the big one. The other 2 backs, Booker and Washington, a little smaller but much more elusive.
Yeah, Greg Jones is kind of the hammer. I mean, he's the guy that's going to run more physical between the tackles. Probably you would expect to see him as a 3rd down back, but again, they rotate by series, so Booker's still in there on this 3rd and short.
3rd and 1. Ricks Handoff. Booker, first down as he crosses the 50 into the arms of Marcus Thomas, number 44.
What this kind of offensive attack does for Florida State also, it takes a little steam out of the Florida defense, and it sets up what they love to do, which is go play action and fake to the tailback and let Chris Ricks throw the ball deep down the field. I mean, he will throw a bunch of deep balls during the course of the game. Only problem for him, his favorite target, Grifonzo Thorpe, not in the ball game because of the broken leg.
6th play of the drive. The previous 5 have been on the ground. Here's the first pass of this drive. Ricks looking deep in the middle, has a man open. And there is a catch and a fumble.
Yep, that's going to be called a fumble. Oh, now they're waving it off incomplete.
Oh, boy, this crowd's going to go crazy.
And there's a flag down late. And the referees, this ACC crew, better get things in check here.
There has been a touchdown on a fumble recovery negated by offsides ruled against Florida. And now
we have a dead ball, personal by the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Well, I think Mo Mitchell is the guy that got the personal foul. Gus Scott is going to be the guy that's going to knock the ball loose. Was it a catch? That's a catch. That should have been a fumble caused by Gus Scott. A good hit. The ball is caught. The foot is down. That should have been a fumble. But there was a personal foul, I believe, on Mo Mitchell after the play, and Florida State on the 35-yard line.
Trailing by 3. Mo Mitchell, a part of a controversial play last year. Here's the player stop.
Oh,
they're going to rule this one down by contact.
You know what? This is the team that leads the SEC in takeaways with 30. And they believe that they can make turnovers every game they play. They'll strip the ball out. We've seen the ball come loose 3 times now. Sooner or later, they're going to get that call.
Ball is down at the 35, no gain. And that reaction is to the Jumbotron screen replaying the last play in which Booker was ruled.
And see, I could see how they could have called that when his momentum was stopped in forward progress. Channing Crowder had him stood up, and they ripped the ball out late.
Greg Jones in a tailback now on 2nd down. Play fake, Ricks deep in the middle, got a man wide open. Caught, touchdown, FSU. Dominic Robinson, number 21. First touchdown catch of the season for the man who starts today in place of Grifonzo Thorpe.
And you see the arm strength of Chris Ricks as well. He had great protection, so he was able to stay in the pocket. It's only a 2-man route. Kewan Ratliff took a peek back at the quarterback. Gus Scott late getting over to help as the safety. And a throw right to the back of the end zone by Chris Ricks.
Extra point from Beitia is up and good.
And part of that is the Florida defense, frustrated that they weren't getting the calls, maybe lost their concentration, and Chris Ricks made them pay for it.
When your picture really matters, rely on Verizon Wireless Picture Messaging. It lets you personalize your pictures with text and sound.
Give me what I want or else.
So you can really grab people's attention.
Give me a squirrel. My clippers.
Now you can get unlimited picture messaging for only $4.99 a month.
Can you hear me now?
I got my squirrel. Good.
Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
Do you believe in Santa Claus?
Absolutely.
He helped me pick this out.
The Leo Diamond, crafted by the artisans at Leo Schachter and hand-selected for exceptional beauty by Kay Jewelers.
Can I give you folks a lift?
Every kiss begins with K.
The Panasonic ProCurve Pivot Action Shaver. The world's sharpest shaver blades. And a head that pivots to fit your face. Panasonic, ideas for life.
Greetings, Agent Hunt. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to see that the dangers born of the shadows are not allowed to see the light of day.
This is suicide, man.
Should you or any member of your IM force be captured, the Secretary will disavow all knowledge of your actions. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Mission Impossible, Operation Surma, rated T for T.
He's Johnny Fairplay.
I'm much more than just a pretty face.
But Johnny doesn't play fair. Now will someone finally take him down? All new Survivor, CBS Thursday.
1:46 to go in the opening quarter. 7-3 Florida State. After the 35-yard touchdown pass, Chris Ricks to Dominic Robinson. Andre Caldwell ready to return the kick of Sabied Beitia. Florida State, 8 plays, 78 yards, and a couple of controversial moments during that drive. Here's Robinson getting some words of congratulation and some advice at the same time. And here is Caldwell at the 4. Andre Caldwell gets a couple of blocks, skips across the 25, and is down at the 28. Well, crowd was in an uproar, and here is why. First, the kickoff from Petrovich. There was a fumble return for the touchdown by Billy Latsko after Cromartie fumbled, and it was ruled offside. And then this catch ruled incomplete. There was a fumble, but that was negated by the Mo Mitchell penalty. And then probably the least controversial of the 3 was this play.
Yeah, I think this was the right call. I do think the hit by Gus Scott was a legitimate fumble. And don't forget, the opening kickoff could have been called a fumble as well. They ruled him down before the ball came out.
Here's a reverse to Florida. This is Kelvin Kite, number 2. Fights to the 35-yard line. Out of bounds at that spot. Now let's go back to New York for this high performance update.
Easy for you to say, Vern. After a fake field goal, watch Wally Lundy set sail, his 4th touchdown of the day, this 19-yard run. And the game just went final. Virginia has beaten Virginia Tech. Wasn't that long ago we were talking about the Hokies and a national title, was it?
No, and I'll try and get it right next time, Tim, I promise. 2nd down and 3. They faked the quick screen, the handoff. And Eric Moore was not deceived at all.
Yeah, we talked about the defensive end, Bobby McRae, staying at home on the reverse for Florida. Well, this is Eric Moore staying at home on the draw play and not getting suckered into that play, because you don't block him. So you're hoping that he's going to go with the fake and run out to defend the screen. But he stayed right there and made the play.
3rd and 4. Final minute, opening quarter, 7-3 FSU.
Florida State, the best 3rd down defense in the ACC, allowing 28% conversions.
We've got 9 men up now, 2 deep. Not backing out. And they send only 4. Here's Leak going deep for his tight end. He's got Troop.
Now here's the amazing thing about this play. Ben Troop is going to beat most safeties and most linebackers. But Ben Troop didn't beat a safety or linebacker. He beat the best cover corner, Stanford Samuels. Number 10, Stanford Samuels, is going to be the guy that's trailing Ben Troop. That's the best cornerback on the Florida State team. They put him on Ben Troop thinking they might go there with the football, and he still got beat by the outstanding senior tight end.
31-yard gain on the 36th catch of the season for Ben Troop, a finalist for the John Mackey Award announced this week. And on the first down play, they give it off to Seatric Faison, who's back in the lineup. Ben Troop out of Augusta, Georgia.
It's just amazing. I mean, that's his 36th catch on the season. Before this year, coming into the season, only 25 catches in his whole career combined. And he's having a banner year and well-deserving to be a finalist for the Mackey Award.
2nd down and 8 now as we near the end of the first quarter of play. Matter of fact, we've not only neared it, we've reached it. That's the end of one, 7-3. We'll return to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium after this message and a word from your local station.
In a world about to change, one man must rise up and lead.
KOL 9.0 optimized, exploding onto a screen near you. Reviewers rave. It's the internet simplified, streamlined, and sanitized for your protection. The filters drastically cut spam. The critics agree. KOL returns to the top with new version 9.0. Life needs rave reviews.
Hey, Vanessa, I'm home.
Hey, what are you doing?
Baking.
Radio Shack has great holiday treats for everyone, like the Meade CaptureView Plus digital camera binocular, the HP digital photo pack with camera, printer, paper, and media card, or this limited edition battery gift tin.
Buddy, you forgot to turn the oven on. I turned it on for you.
Shop the Shack and save big.
Valerie Bertinelli, Peter Falk, Finding John Christmas, CBS Sunday.
Around here, we brew Ice House to be bolder because bolder's always better. Take a look. Bold could be bolder. Whoa, that took balls. You get it? Ice House. Bolder is better.
Tents, backpack, sleeping bag. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Can't wait for yours? Then get into the Jeep year-end sales drive, where qualified lessees can lease a Jeep Grand Cherokee for $299 a month. And get our 770 powertrain limited warranty. Hurry to your Jeep dealer and see how good the best values in America can be.
Oh, I should have gotten fajitas.
Ooh, fajitas.
Taco Bell's Fajita Grilled Stuffed Burrito. It'll make you regret getting anything else.
Should have gotten me fajitas.
Fajitas? Sizzling marinated carne asada steak and tasty fajita veggies, all wrapped in a flour tortilla and grilled to go.
I should have gotten fajitas.
Taco Bell's Fajita Grilled Stuffed Burrito. Nothing beats the sizzle when you think outside the bun.
Join us weeknights at 11
on CBS 46, Atlanta's news channel.
Senior day at the University of Florida, and among the 22 honored before the game, Kewan Ratliff from Columbus, Ohio. 90,000 in a brisk wind this afternoon, a sun-splashed day, but a little chilly by Florida standards. We began the second quarter. Vern Lundquist, Todd Blackledge, Jill Arrington, 7-3, and Chris Leak. And the Gators have a second down and 8 at the FSU 38-yard line. Here's the pass left side. It is incomplete. 7-3 game. We talked at the outset, Todd, about the importance of the quarterbacks in this game. They've both proven effective so far.
Well, they've kept their poise, and it was a crazy first quarter. You know, turnovers that weren't turnovers, penalties, a lot of high energy, high emotion, but both quarterbacks kept their poise. Chris Ricks only completed one pass, but it was a beauty, a 35-yard touchdown throw. And that for Chris Leak now 4 of 7. So he's kept his poise against this Florida State defense, has his team moving the football in scoring territory again.
3rd and 8. O.J. Small is in motion wide to the right. 3-man rush for FSU. Leak will dance out of there, but is nearly decapitated as he gets to the 30-yard line. There's a football is ruled down. Now let's go back to New York for a Pontiac high performance update. Here's Tim.
All right, Vern. Well, good news for LSU. David Green, 11-yard touchdown pass to Craig Lumpkin. The route is on against Georgia Tech by Georgia, but just over 4 minutes left in the game. Now the Tigers need Florida to take care of business against Florida State. Who would you guys pick in the SEC East?
SEC East, Georgia.
You see the final on Tennessee, so they've done their part to stay in the hunt.
Here's the field goal attempt from Leach. Wide left from 48 yards away. So Matt Leach is 1 of 2 now. And the ball goes over on down.
I'm not sure that Matt Leach was affected by this, but Florida State has a guy right there, number 24, B.J. Ward, who can jump like crazy. I mean, he's got 7 field goal blocks in his career. He has a 42-inch vertical leap, and on both of those field goal attempts, he's right in the middle, coming right up into the eyesight of the kicker. It's got to be somewhat of a distraction.
He's got 1 against Notre Dame this year. Also has blocked a couple of punts, a 42.5-inch vertical leap. What did we decide last year? David Thompson, the old basketball player, the basketball player who played a few years ago at North Carolina State. They measured his at 48 inches. And yourself?
Yeah, about 28, maybe on a good day.
Yeah, but you start at 6'4". I mean, well, the SEC standings, all 3 6-2. Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida. And the SEC issued a statement earlier today regarding these standings, although the official BCS rankings will not be released until 6 o'clock on Monday, December 1st. Mike Tranghese, the Bowl Championship Series coordinator, will inform the SEC late Sunday afternoon of the rankings. The SEC can then determine who will represent the SEC East in the championship game. First down and 10.
Well, after this play, I'll tell you why that's so important to get it done then instead of waiting till Monday.
Here's Ricks. Handoff Greg Jones. And he is out to the 39-yard line. Go ahead.
See, after Saturday games, Sunday is the big day for preparation for coaching staff. So Nick Saban and his staff, I mean, they know they're in. And they want to get busy working. If you had to wait till 6 p.m. on Saturday to find out who you were going to play, that's basically 2 wasted days in terms of getting ready for the championship game. Right.
Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Second down and 3. Florida State has gone to the air only 3 times thus far. Sweep right side with Greg Jones. And he's going to be brought down close to the first down. Sunday on CBS, a night of great holiday entertainment. 20 years ago, he became a hero, then disappeared. Now, a mysterious stranger just might make his family's wish of finding him come true. Peter Falk, Valerie Bertinelli star in a world premiere holiday movie, Finding John Christmas, Sunday at 9, 8 Central on CBS.
Florida State, their game plan is very clear right now. That's the 13th run in the ball game for them. You mentioned only 3 pass attempts for Chris Ricks. So they want to run the football and challenge this Florida defense that has had some problems with people running the football on them. Georgia ran for over 200 yards against the Gators. South Carolina 2 weeks ago, 199 yards rushing. And this is a different kind of offense. You know, when you think of Florida State, you think of Chris Weinke, and you think of Charlie Ward, you think of that fast break type offense. But they still have that capability, but they are just as comfortable lining up with a tight end or 2 tight ends and running that football and throwing the ball off play action with maximum pass protection. And that's kind of the mode they're in right now.
And they enjoy a 7-3 lead, 1st and 10 after the measurement. Chauncey Stovall is in the field now. He and Robinson are the wideouts. Stovall top of the screen, number 15. Florida showing a blitz look. They are coming. That's Reed Fleming, and Greg Jones breaks a tackle.
Well, he dropped the ball, though. The ball was on the ground at the end of the play. They're ruling him down. But another loose football for Florida State.
Just across the 50.
Again, Greg Jones is the hammer back. I mean, he's the guy that's not going to make many people miss. He broke 1 tackle by Reed Fleming, ran right over Daryl Dixon. And at the end, that was a fumble again. I mean, they ruled him down, but I think that ball came out before he hit the ground.
And no reaction from the crowd. I'm not sure whether they that's interesting.
Either that or Florida State fell on it. I didn't even see the end of it. Maybe they just recovered it.
Second down and 2. FSU on top, virtue of a 35-yard pass. 3 wideouts in the field now. Here's a handoff again. And this is Leon Washington skipping out to the right side.
Really a nice cut by Leon, because Channing Crowder was quickly across the line of scrimmage with penetration, but Leon was able to make a quick cut outside of Channing Crowder and pick up nice yardage.
End of that previous play. Let's see if it was a fumble.
Well, here's Greg Jones, and at the end of the play, again, they stripped the ball out. The ball came out, and who fell on it? Maybe Florida State fell on the football. Dominic Robinson, number 21, covered up the mistake of his buddy.
First down and 10 at the 44, 7-3. Second quarter. Here's the toss. Washington has Coleman in front, cuts inside of his block. Look how elusive he is. Well, you wait each week, don't you, for this time? And it is time now for the Aflac trivia question of the afternoon. Why did Florida State and Florida not play each other until 1958? So many of these series between bitter rivals go back 80, 90, 100 years. This one 46 years ago. First down and 10. A lot of people in Florida are saying, oh, that's too easy. But I'll bet folks around the country don't know. First down and 10. High formation, toss, sweep, right side. And Washington inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Leon Washington, you saw the note that he had 134 yards in this game a year ago. He came on to replace Greg Jones, who went out with knee surgery only 4 days. And here's the toss.
Again, just a nice job by that front of Florida State, kind of controlling things up there. The big guys up there not allowing penetration by the Florida defense. And the problem for Florida right now is they are committing enough guys to outnumber Florida State in the running game, but they're not able to stop it. And that doesn't bode well for the Gators.
Seventh play of the drive. Previous 6 have all been runs. Here's the flip left side. There's the catch inside by Chris Davis, number 5, the freshman. And another first down at the 21-yard line.
Boy, is he quick, too. I mean, he's a freshman, only 173 pounds, but watch how quick he is. He's going to fake Kewan Ratliff, a pretty good football player, right out. Boom, left foot in the ground, cuts back to the inside.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line. 7-3, 10 minutes to go in the half. Davis wide to the left. PK Sam, number 4, bottom of the screen. On the ground, Washington, nothing doing this time. Stephen Harris, number 93, was there to make the tackle. Now, Crefonzo Thorpe, that very, very hard break. Both bones in his leg broken last week. PK Sam, Davis, and Dominic Robinson today. 2 receptions between them. Robinson had the big one for a touchdown.
The other thing about missing Crefonzo Thorpe is he had 11 of the team's 22 touchdown receptions. So, I mean, he was the big play guy. Not only the big yardage guy, but the scoring play guy, too.
Second and 10. Ball carrier slip. Washington is on. Kenny Parker, number 58, with a tackle. Crefonzo Thorpe, just 6 yards shy of 1,000 for the season. A Biletnikoff Award semifinalist, broken leg late in the ball game in the win against North Carolina.
Next to the last play. I mean, there was the running play on first down that gained 12 or 13 yards, and he got hurt. And they carried him off the field. In the next play, Leon Washington ran 12 yards for the touchdown. The game was over.
3rd and 11. Ricks keeps it on the ground. Nice move, Washington. Short, however, of the first down. And we should see Bethia, the field goal kicker, on the field.
Well, Florida thinking pass all the way on 3rd and 11. Look how big those spaces are in between those linemen. A lot of big gaps in there. Just a normal running play out of the I formation, and Washington almost picks up the first down. But those linemen, the defensive linemen from Florida with wide splits trying to get up the field in the pass rush, almost gave up the first down.
Here's Xavier Bethia, 18 of 23, long for the season, 48. He had a 32-yarder blocked in that game against NC State. 4th and 1. This from 28 yards out. Cuts it inside the right upright, and that extends the FSU lead to 7 points. We play in Gainesville, 10-3, FSU.
In your eyes, there's only one woman in the world. This Christmas, celebrate her. A diamond is forever.
We could go on and on why Maglite is one of the world's most durable flashlights. Or we could just hit it with a Mag truck.
The difference in carbs between Miller Lite and Coors Light is only 1.8 grams. You can burn 1.8 grams dancing. Slow dancing. So do a little dance and drink a little Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light.
So, what you got for me? Please, that thing's a... Yeah, where are you getting your numbers from, the sports section? But if it goes the other way, I'm gonna dump it. Gotta go. Lily, I'm all done for the day. Can you come in here for a minute?
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Lily Bean.
Daddy's home.
Institutional strength trading, now available on your desktop. For as little as $8 per trade, Fidelity Active Trader Services delivers power, price, service, no compromises.
What did Mike Wallace say to Lawrence Taylor, one of the most fearsome players in football history, that made him cry? 60 Minutes, Sunday.
Back in Gainesville on the left side, that's a brand new press box complete with skyboxes. Opened this summer after 2 years of construction and added some seats and not just a small amount of revenue to the coffers at the University of Florida.
Added some nice space to our digs, too. I mean, we've stepped up here now, I'm going to tell you.
Well, I miss broadcasting right next to Nat Moore for the Sunshine Network.
That's right, up in that blue box.
Timeouts, we just reach out and give high fives to each other. Xavier Bethia will kick off for Florida State. After the field goal, they lead 10-3. And here is Andre Caldwell moving up and grabbing it just short of the 10. Now he comes left. Can he get around the corner with a stiff arm? Yes, but there's pursuit that takes him down, and a flag goes down with him.
Yeah. It was still a good return by Caldwell, turning the corner and getting it out past the 30, and they might get 15 more tacked on at the end of the play now. I think this is a very important offensive series for Florida. Obviously, to stay close in the game, they're only down 7, but even more than that, to let their defense rest a little bit. Injured Seminole down. That defense has been on the field a long time against this Florida State running game.
Looks like that's Bryant McFadden, the cornerback, the junior from Hollywood, Florida. Here's Caldwell on the return. He is out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A flag was thrown as he went out of bounds, and we'll take a timeout.
For your most important messages, reach out on the wireless service America trusts. AT&T Wireless.
Let me get this straight. So you want fast heartburn relief, you want something that lasts, and you don't like taking all that prescription strength stuff. Well, this is your lucky day. New Tums Lasting Effects. It's fast, it lasts.
Beg your pardon? Forgot to knock.
The James Bond collection is cool. Very cool. Collectors will be overwhelmed.
Only Bond. James Bond.
Own the entire DVD collection now.
This holiday season, give your someone special something they'll actually remember in June. Give your dad more than a grill. Give him family get-togethers all summer. At the Home Depot, we're more than a store. We're your home for holiday inspiration with hundreds of unique and unexpected gift ideas. Shop early for the best selection. This weekend only, get a 12-gallon rigid wet dry vac for just $39.97 and this Ryobi 3-piece combo kit for just $99. Give something that lasts all year. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
Ultimate online sports experience. For the fastest scores, stats, and first-rate fantasy sports, go to CBSSportsline.com when you've got to know more.
Well, take a look at this play, 10-3. Casey Anderson is going to be the guy that's going to get called for the penalty for a late hit, but he's actually blocked in the back into the pile. And they called a personal foul on Florida State. I'm not so sure that should have been a personal foul on the kid from Florida State.
On first down from the 49, Leak finds Kelvin Kite out to the right side. And he is at the 40-yard line. Well, final score, Georgia 34-17. And so the standings now, there's a three-way tie. Georgia wins its 10th game. Tennessee wins its 10th game. Florida 8-3. They're going after their 6th straight win. It's going to be up to the BCS difference.
And right now, the only way that Georgia does not go to Atlanta to face LSU for a second time is if somehow Florida would be able to move past Tennessee in the BCS rankings and be within 5 of Georgia. And if that were the case, then they would win the head-to-head with the Georgia Bulldogs because they beat them in Jacksonville.
Here's Perez, left side. Now the three teams coming in, the BCS rank 7, 8, and 11. So they would have to jump over Tennessee, and then the comparison would be head-to-head competition between the two teams with the highest ranking.
You know, so many other games affect the BCS. The Miami-Pittsburgh game tonight has a lot of effect because if Pittsburgh would beat Miami, that would hurt Tennessee's quality win part of that formula.
Here's Deshaun Wynn on the carry on third down. Travis Johnson makes the tackle. It's going to be 4th, and they're going to bring Matt Leach on 4th and 1. And some rumblings in the crowd on this one. Matt Leach is 1 of 2. He connected from 47. He missed from 48. And this will be from 47 again.
And keep an eye on 24 B.J. Ward again. He'll be right in the middle of the screen. And so Matt Leach is going to look right up at him as he kicks this football.
Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is on the way, and this one looks perfect.
Yep.
Oh, got the good bounce. Ha. The junior gets a break on senior day. And that'll bring a smile. CBS Sports coverage of the Home Depot SEC on CBS continues after this word from your local station.
Don't miss Cold Case, TV's most watched new drama, Sundays on CBS.
Look again. Look again.
Ford Truck Month is here, and so is the pickup everyone's talking about, the new 2004 F-150. Right now, lease it for just $299 a month. That's $299 down and $299 a month on the all-new 2004 F-150. The next F-150 is here. Don't miss Ford Truck Month.
Visit your Atlanta area Ford store today.
This woman did a smart thing. She went to the 25th annual Toyotathon, the year's biggest sales event. So did he. They came for the best selection and great year-end values. Celebrate Toyotathon with great deals on the 04 Corolla, now with $500 cash back. No deal beats a Toyotathon deal on Corolla, the best-selling car in the world. Why wait? Hurry to your local dealer today or visit buyatoyota.com. Come on, get to the 25th annual Toyotathon. Wouldn't you look smart in a new Toyota?
I know about bikes, titanium, magnesium. I know more than you want to know. But what I know about employee benefits wouldn't fill our coffee cup. That's okay, we're all fixed up with Guardian. Now, everybody who works here can do what I do. Think about bikes all day long and not have to worry about medical or dental or even retirement. This is a lot better than having to work for a living.
There's a place we all want to be. go there with Guardian.
Today's pregame show is brought to you by the Guardian Life Insurance Company of America.
Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, Florida State and Florida. It really heated up when Bobby Bowden came to FSU in '76. His first win against Florida was a 37-9 victory. A lot of folks go back to that 1991 game as among the most memorable. That was a Florida victory of 14-9. Here's Petrovich to kick off. Willie Reed and Leon Washington are the deep guys. There's Washington.
Well, the first kickoff of the game, they went right after Petrovich. The last two, they've kind of let him run down the field.
And they're going to let him go this time.
But he's not running as fast as he did before.
Washington brings it out from 3 deep.
Look out.
Look out again. Foot race. Leon Washington caught and out of bounds inside the 25. Chad Jackson, the wide receiver, caught up with him. 77-yard kickoff return.
Boy, you know, you wonder, was he smart to bring it out? 3 yards deep in the end zone, but excellent vision, and then the speed and the acceleration. Dallas Baker takes a bad angle to wide receiver, but another freshman receiver, maybe the fastest of these young receivers, Chad Jackson, with a huge play to stop the touchdown.
Leon Washington from nearby Jacksonville, his previous longest kickoff return this year, a rather modest 21 yards. First down and 10. FSU leads by 4. And off right side, Booker tries to turn the corner. Channing Crowder bumps him out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Boy, you saw the speed of Channing Crowder there. And remember, this is a guy that had knee surgery the first week of October, middle of the season. And he is running sideline to sideline and forcing a very fast Lorenzo Booker out of bounds for a very short gain. Man, that is great speed by a middle linebacker.
Crowder, who is from Atlanta, committed to Georgia, then changed his mind. 90,407. That is a new attendance record at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium.
And look at this. This is a one receiver set. 2 tight ends, 2 backs, a power football set, and they're going to go play action.
And they've got a man wide open. It's Henshaw, the tight end. Touchdown. First of the season for Matt Henshaw.
Excellent job of play calling by Jeff Bowden. Bobby's son has been under fire a little bit as the offensive coordinator, but this was perfect. A perfect call, bringing a run formation. Here's Henshaw, the second string tight end, and he's going to just beat his man. They try to hold him up on the line of scrimmage. That's Ferrier, the linebacker that he beats. Excellent call, well executed by Chris Ricks.
Bethia on for the extra point. Up and good. 20 yards. Matt Henshaw, first touchdown of the season. It's only the 4th catch he's made in 2003.
Your wings. The Cadillac SRX Performance Utility. Breakthrough.
All right.
Thank you. Oh boy. Oh. These burritos are a bit smaller than we expected.
We're hungry.
Maybe 10?
Yeah, 10 more. All right, this should do it.
That's good.
Did you order some?
Big breakfast burritos. Sonic's got them, others don't.
Half the carbs of Bud Light. The taste that won a gold at the World Beer Cup. Now that's something to be thankful for. Great taste, less filling. Miller Lite, good call.
think you look great.
This year, the holidays are gateways, so give the box. Inside, find amazing gifts like our innovative, stylish notebooks. The M275 2-in-1 with swivel screen transforms into a tablet and has Intel Centrino mobile technology. Or give the M305X with DVD-CD combo drive and get $200 off. Act now for free shipping on select PCs. Hurry in, give the box from Gateway.
First, the season premiere of NCAA basketball. Then a classic, the Army-Navy game. And in prime time, the SEC Championship. Next Saturday on CBS.
Matt Henshaw gets the touchdown, whether it's the Sun Bowl, Holiday Bowl, or Cotton Bowl. To see how the bowl matchups are shaping up, check out bowl projections by clicking on NCAA football at CBSSportsline.com. 17-6, Florida State. 2 plays, 23 yards, all set up on the 77-yard kickoff return by Leon Washington.
Yeah, special teams, big plays in the special teams, and a good ball game like this. And there's a bad play on the special teams for Florida State.
That one's out of bounds. Take another look at that touchdown toss.
Well, the reason this is such a good play, here's Henshaw, and he's going to run the corner out. But the reason it's so good is because the safety, Daryl Dixon, is going to favor this side because there's 1-2 receivers on that side of the formation. So watch as the play action fake takes place. The safety favors the wide side of the field. Henshaw beats his man to the end zone, and Chris Ricks puts the ball in there perfectly for him. And that was an excellent play call out of a run formation throwing the football.
Chris Ricks, 2 touchdowns today. And Matt Henshaw gets his first of the season. First down at the 35. Chris Leak. Play fake. Backs up. Pulls up. Nailed.
Can't hold the ball against this defense.
Kendall Pope.
I mean, once Chris Leak stepped up, either throw it now or take off and run for whatever you can get. But this defense will not allow you to casually do that. It's a 4-man rush. They expect pressure out of their front 4, which they get. Now, right now, Chris Leak either has to throw it or tuck it and run. Kendall Pope too fast to allow him to make anything happen.
That is the first sack of the day, the 33rd of the season for this aggressive front 7 really of Florida State. There's the quick flip. Watch out.
Yep, they read that one. Rufus Brown with an excellent play. Again, the screens hurt Florida State last year. They ran 8 of them. That's the 4th one that Florida's run today. They fake it one way, they come back the other way, and Rufus Brown slipped under the block of the tackle, Randy Hand. There was a guy out there to make the block, but Rufus Brown read the play too quickly to be blocked.
Loss of 5. Rufus Brown, mom Sheila, victim of 3 strokes in the last year, watching this game in her home. On 3rd down, here's Leak. Deep right side, Kelvin Kite is there. Wow. And they've got him.
Oh, and Mickey Andrews is on the field, the defensive coordinator, and he is jawing at B.J. Ward, the free safety, because this is cover 2. They show blitz, and then they're going to back out and play zone. So the corner's up. The safety's got to come over the top and make that play. You can't let that throw get made in there. 3rd down and really long. There's only certain places you can throw it against cover 2, and Chris Leak stuck it in there.
On 1st down, here's Faison. It was 3rd and 21, and they got 24 for the 1st down. Let's go back to New York for a Pontiac High Performance update. Once again, here's Tim.
All right, congratulations, Rich Rodriguez. West Virginia beats Temple 45-28. Now, remember, in the head-to-head, the tiebreaker, they would get to go, provided Pitt beat Miami tonight. But the Big East is going to institute BCS standing as its criteria for its automatic berth, meaning the winner of tonight's Miami-Pitt game goes to the BCS, and West Virginia goes to the Gator against Maryland. Vern?
All right, Tim, thanks for helping us keep it all straight back there. 2nd down and 4. Here's Leak. Being chased. Caught. 2nd sack. Yep.
See, this defense maybe isn't as big and as physical as the LSU defense that he played earlier, but they might be faster. You know, and the Miami defense, even though Leak didn't start, he played some in that game, but that's a fast defense. When you step up in the pocket and get flushed out, you got to make a decision just like that. I mean, either throw the football or take off straight up the field.
That is the second sack of Chris Leak. It's the 7th and a half this season for Eric Moore. Out of the shotgun, 3-man rush for the Seminoles. And that one is short of the first down at the 46-yard line. The catch made by Carlos Perez. And that will bring up 4th down.
It's a nice little change-up call by Mickey Andrews, defensive coordinator. 3rd down and 8. Rush 3, drop 8, play zone, make them throw the football underneath. And that brings up a punting situation for Florida.
There's Mickey Andrews, longtime aide to Bobby Bowden at Florida State, came in 1984. On 4th down, Eric Wilbur, the freshman, is back to punt. He has been a key part of this 5-game win streak, averaging 45 yards per punt in the season. This one, the well-acknowledged pooch punt. And it is effective inside the 15-yard line. Wilbur, a freshman. 33 yards on the punt. Bobby Bowden, 74 years of age now. See Billy Sexton back there. Pulled a hamstring in the North Carolina State game while he was trying to accompany a running back on a 71-yard run. Ouch!
And I don't even have that insurance.
What insurance, Santa?
The one that pays you cash if you're hurt and can't work.
Huh?
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Can you just send out the toys?
Every Sunday, these bold warriors meet in a quest for glory. Proud gladiators whose game is equal parts preparation and passion. When men become myths and moments become legend. The game is tailgating. The cola is Pepsi. It's the cola.
How did we design the Kia Sorento to attain the highest quality? How did it get the government's highest safety rating? How did we back it with such a great warranty and still price it thousands less than the competition? How did we do all this? We worked our freaking tails off. That's how. The obsessively perfected Kia Sorento. Get remaining 03 Sorentos for $19,635 after $1,000 cash back, plus $1,000 owner loyalty bonus for qualified buyers.
Tim Brando in New York. Coming up on the Earthlink halftime report, Spencer and I will get you caught up on all of today's action, including no need to adjust your set. It is a blue field because it's Boise blue. Ryan Dinwiddie, one of the best quarterbacks you know the least about, leading Boise State. Now back to Florida State, Florida.
We are back in Gainesville. The relevant question, I guess, is did he catch it? First down and 10, Florida State.
Florida State has run the ball 22 times. They've only thrown it 5, but 2 touchdown passes by Chris Ricks. But this, and a very important series right now for the Florida defense. They need a 3-and-out with 1:22 left in the half. They've got all 3 of their timeouts. If they can get a couple stops here, they can get the ball back to their offense.
On the ground, that's Greg Jones left and moves the ball effectively out to the 24-yard line. Well, time now for the answer to the Aflac trivia question of the week. Florida State and Florida didn't play each other until 1958, and the reason, prior to 47, Florida State was an all-girls school. Florida State legislation forced the 2 teams to play in 58 when the Seminoles became competitive. They fielded their first football team in the late 40s.
You don't think there was any trash talking about that?
Oh, no.
Game,
oh, no. First down and 10 after the 11-yard gain by Jones. Final 45 seconds. Jones on the pitch. Johnny Lamar with the tackle. Well, this very solid FSU ground game set up the 2 touchdown passes.
Yeah, it's really the offensive line. I mean, I've been impressed with the Florida State offensive line, led by their junior center, David Castillo, who's been playing hurt all year. He's got foot injuries, ankle injuries, knee, hand. Number 63, I mean, he's bandaged up, padded up all over the place. But he has really led this group in there that has controlled things up front for the Florida State Seminoles.
Well, an effective first half for the Florida State Seminoles. They fell behind 3-0, but got a 35-yard strike from Chris Ricks to Dominic Robinson, and have, for the most part, had things very much in command since that time. 17-6, they lead it. Ricks also found Matt Henshaw with a touchdown pass. Let's go down to Jill, who is with Ronzo.
Right behind you. Well, Coach, it's been a very emotional and physical first half. You've gotten a lot of penalties. What will you do in the second half to gain the momentum?
We just got to settle down and play. I mean, we've given them points, and, you know, we knew it was going to be that kind of game. Anytime you got a game like this, things like that happen. We got to settle down and play. We're fine. We're in good shape. This team not going to panic. We haven't panicked before. We won't panic today.
All right, Coach, thanks.
Jill, thank you. 17-6 at the half. And we're going to spend the halftime back in New York with Tim Brando. Let's go back to Tim right now. Timmy?
All right, Vern, coming up on the Earthlink halftime report, Spencer and I will have all of today's scores and highlights, including it's still a 3-horse race in the SEC East after this word from your local station.
The King of Queens. Catch it Wednesdays on CBS. It's all here.
This time of year, the spirit of giving is in the air, especially at Mitsubishi's national sales event. We're giving no-interest financing on all 03s like the rugged Montero Sport. Or get a clearance deal on the 03 Outlander. Starts under $17,400 after factory cash back. In fact, you could get up to $4,000 factory cash back on select 03 vehicles. And every Mitsubishi comes with an incredible warranty. It's Mitsubishi's national sales event, and it ends December 1st. Only at your Mitsubishi retailer.
This holiday season, for the first time ever, Santa is...
I'm on my lunch break, okay?
Oh, no. For adults only.
You probably shouldn't be digging in your...
For bad behavior.
Got some lip on you, Mitchell.
These lips were on your wife's...
For bad words.
last night.
A man is a sexual being.
For bad stuff we can't show you.
Loves large women. Can't do squat about that, Jack.
Bad Santa. Rated R. Now playing.
They changed to McNuggets, you know. Why change McNuggets? Who changed the McNuggets? I love McNuggets. McNuggets don't need to be changed. If you're gonna change something, change broccoli. Change is good.
McDonald's new Chicken McNuggets are now made with white meat. Come on in, you'll love the change.
Nissan 03. It's been a great story. We introduced the adventurous Murano, exhilarating Maxima, innovative Quest, and massive Pathfinder Armada. Now it's an exceptional time to buy an exciting new Nissan during the Nissan National Year-End event. Because every great story deserves a happy ending.
The SEC Football Wrap-Up Show, Saturday at 7 on CBS 46.
The Earthlink Halftime Report is sponsored by Earthlink. Earthlink revolves around you with internet tools and services you want.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Earthlink Halftime Report. I'm Tim Brando with a score in Gainesville. Florida State leading Florida 17-6. Spencer Tillman joins me. You know, I think that the officials' calls early in the game deflated Florida, that whole expectations thing when you're playing at home.
I agree with you. In this type of game, there's going to be ebb and flow, and that emotional pop was taken away. One thing's for sure, this ACC crew is not going to be getting any Christmas cards from many of these Florida faithfuls. Still, 7 different rushers for Florida State, and Florida hadn't been able to stop any of them. They've got to get stronger on the defense and shut down the run.
You're right. Great game planning by Bowden's crew. Georgia in a big game against Georgia Tech today. And watch now, Spencer T. off the play-action fake.
Boy, isn't that how you sell it, man? You fooled everybody. Oh. David Green sitting back.
fella's visage said a lot, didn't it? We begin the third quarter at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville as the home team Florida Gators had a 3-0 lead, but things have not gone well for them since. Kewan Ratliff, the All-American cornerback, trying to get the crowd inspired as well as his teammates. One of 22 seniors introduced before the game, one of 15 senior starters for this Florida team. Xavier Beitia will kick off for Florida State. And Kelvin Kite is one of the deep men for the Gators. 17-6. Vern Lundquist, Todd Blackledge, Jill Arrington. The Home Depot SEC on CBS. Andre Caldwell also back. And this will be Caldwell at the 6. And Rashay Caldwell's baby brother gets it out only to the 12-yard line. Well, Florida has the ball now, Todd, as they begin the third quarter. They need to do something with it.
Yeah, they really do. They've got to get some momentum offensively because their defense is having a tough time stopping the run. Florida State dominated in the running game in that first half. I've got bad news and good news for Florida. The bad news is Florida State's defense has only given up 64 points in the second half all season. The good news is 37 of those points came in their last 2 games to Clemson and North Carolina State. So they do have a little hope going against this Seminole defense. But a lot of problems in that first half moving the football.
Here's Leak in trouble. Throws up an air ball. That could be intercepted.
Oh, he's lucky.
And it should have been. Jerome Carter had both of his hands wrapped around it.
And again, this is the same problem that Chris has had in this ball game. Late decision making. You cannot hold the ball against this defense. They're too fast and they get to you too quickly. And he is very lucky that his first decision to start the second half wasn't a dreadful one. I mean, it was a bad decision, but he got away with it. 2nd down and 10. He'll go from the spread. Mike DeGore, the center, snaps it back. 3 men lined up wide to the right. He comes near side, and Kelvin Kite avoids a tackle and flies down the sideline. And see, that's the way he's got to throw the football. Get that snap, put your foot in the ground, and throw the football. You can't hold it. You can't float around against this defense. Kelvin Kite had 6 catches for 132 yards against Florida State last year when Rex Grossman was the quarterback. Man-to-man coverage. He breaks a tackle of Stanford Samuels and adds about 15 more yards with the run.
That's a gain of 23, and the ball is spotted at the 42-yard line. 3rd reception for Kelvin Kite, the senior from Lithonia, Georgia. Handoff, Seatric Faison. And a moment ago, Jill Arrington had a chance to chat with FSU coach Bobby Bowden.
Coach Bowden, it's been an emotional game, but your team's come up with some really big plays. What did you tell him about continuing that edge in this half?
Well, this is one of those games where if your defense plays excellent, you've got points on there, you know. And we just try to keep doing what we're doing. And the big thing you got to be careful of now is a turnover. It could really hurt you.
All right, Coach, well, thank you.
2nd and 7, flip out.
Pass.
Yes, it is. And they come back to Chris Leak. He's got 3 blockers in front. Here's the 18-year-old quarterback going to his left, nailed it to 26.
What a nice call by Ed Zonbrecker. Earlier in the game, they threw a screen pass out of that 4-man wide receiver set. They have not shown this set since then. All right, there's 4 wide receivers. Now he's going to get the ball, and last time he just ran with the screen. This time, he's going to catch it behind the line of scrimmage. Watch, it's a backward pass, so it's a lateral. He's looking downfield first, but he's double covered, so he comes back to Chris Leak, and he has 3 blockers in front. That is perfect execution on the trick play by the Florida Gators.
That's a gain of 30 and a 1st down at the 25-yard line. Fake the draw, Leak back to throw. He's got Ben Troop, who has to adjust and does. Had to go from his right to his left, made the grab in Florida with a quick strike to open the 3rd quarter.
And exactly the same way that Florida State scored their touchdown. Tight end working against a linebacker in man coverage, and they go right to it off the play action. Watch the fake to the tailback. The safety's not able to help Michael Boulware, the linebacker, and Ben Troop, you called it. What a great adjustment to the football for the touchdown.
And Ben Troop They're going to go for 2.
Yeah, they're going for 2, but they don't look like they all know what Ben Troop wasn't sure what they were doing.
Now here's Zonbrecker with the call. You see Leak look back, and they adjust, and Faison goes to the left.
See, they still have time. There's 12 seconds on the play clock because they didn't huddle. So they have time to make the change.
And they run it. Nice. And they get it.
That was a design quarterback run. They faked it to the running back Faison. And Chris Leak got the football across the plane. What a way to start. After almost throwing a deadly interception, Chris Leak gets him in the end zone to start the third quarter.
The try for 2 is good. The touchdown pass to Ben Troop. I know Kellen Winslow is a very gifted tight end. This young man's not far behind.
Well, here we go. Here's your ball game, folks, as Flutie takes the snap. He drops straight back, has some time. Now he scrambles away from one hit. Looks, uncorks a deep one for the end zone. Phelan is down there. Oh, he got it! Did he get it? He got it! Touchdown! 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 Touchdown, Boston College! He did it! He did it! Flutie did it! He got Phelan in the end zone! Touchdown! Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Stronger, more comfortable, guaranteed. Wrangler 5-star premium quality denim. Wrangler, real comfortable jeans.
This morning, skip the bowl of oatmeal and drive into Sonic for breakfast, where we're now serving our big breakfast burrito. Fluffy egg, sausage, and shredded cheddar cheese, wrapped up in a warm flour tortilla and served with a side of salsa. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
In a country far from his own, a soldier will look into the heart of his enemy.
What do you want from me?
What do you want for yourself?
And find a way of life.
Honor is everything.
Worth dying for. Tom Cruise, The Last Samurai. Rated R. Sneak preview Saturday.
A mother wakes from a 2-year coma.
Kid and her mom thrown out a window.
Now detectives will help her find out who's to blame. Cold Case, CBS Sunday.
13:25 to go, third quarter. A 3-point game, 17-14. And Matt Petrovich will kick off for the Gators of Florida.
Well, they got to take all that enthusiasm that they have right now and cover this kick better than they did the last kickoff. An intentional pooch kickoff.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Well, the first 3 plays of the second half, pretty intriguing.
Well, Chris Leak almost really got burnt there with a late throw. He was hit as he threw. The ball fluttered. They come back with a razzle-dazzle trick play. Caldwell with the throwback to the quarterback. He's got an escort out there, a huge play that gets him into Florida State territory, and then the play-action pass to his favorite target, Ben Troop, for the payoff. And then he got the 2-point conversion himself.
Chris Leak spent the bye week going back to Charlotte, where they retired his jersey, the same jersey worn by his brother, CJ, who's a backup quarterback at Tennessee. 6 years of Leaks at quarterback for Independence High School. Here's the handoff to Greg Jones, right side to the 30-yard line. Johnny Lamar with the tackle, number 31. Let's break it down statistically at halftime.
Well, the most glaring thing is right there, the rushing yards. 102 for Florida State in that first half, only 25 for Florida. And of those 102 yards, all 3 of the tailbacks each had 7 carries. So, I mean, you talk about rotating your tailbacks and tailback by committee. It doesn't get more even than that.
Greg Jones occupies the spot right now. It's 2nd down and 7. Here's the toss to Jones, goes right, slips and falls as he tries to cut behind the block of his fullback, James Coleman.
I'm going to tell you right now, if Florida gets a stop on this 3rd down play, this place is going to erupt. I mean, this is a loud stadium anyway. We've been here for some games, some big games when it's loud. If they get a stop on this 3rd and 7, it is going to be very noisy in the Swamp.
Ron Zook said the loudest game he ever remembers as a coach anywhere was here against Florida State in 1991. Ricks back, under pressure, screen pass, left side. Jones is stopped. 4th down. Here it comes.
Now, it may not be as loud as it's been because a lot of the fans have mittens on their hands. So the clapping's not as loud because it's cold here and they got their hands covered up. They're yelling, though.
4th and 3. Jesse Stein on to kick it away to Kewan Ratliff. Ratliff averaging 11.5 yards per return. This one very high, and Ratliff calls for the fair catch. Grabs it at the 34-yard line.
Good field position for Florida, though, to start.
Tyler Hall, number 41, was the cover man. Little respect among foes after the catch.
Bringing space travel to families everywhere. Disney used HP technology to help create Mission Space, a new thrill ride at Epcot. Enter online for a chance to win a trip from HP to ride Mission Space New Year's Eve. HP. Invent.
When your picture really matters, rely on Verizon Wireless Picture Messaging. It lets you personalize your pictures with text and sound.
Give me what I want or else.
So you can really grab people's attention.
Too many squirrels. My clippers.
Now you can get unlimited picture messaging for only $4.99 a month.
Can you hear me now? I got my squirrel. Good.
Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
GTO is coming. Fuel for the soul.
The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Aflac, HP, Verizon Wireless, and by Pontiac.
We welcome you back to Gainesville. Aerial shots from above today's game being provided by the Saturn Lightship. The entire Saturn Lightship team hopes you are enjoying today's game. First down at the 34-yard line, a 3-point ball game, 17-14. Here's the handoff out to the 39-yard line. It's Ran Carthen. And time now for the Home Depot coaching decision.
Well, the decision was the razzle-dazzle play we just saw from Florida. Now, this is one that was called in the locker room at halftime. The first time we get good field position, we're going to run this play, and there's a lot going on. I mean, Caldwell has to catch it behind the line of scrimmage, throw it back to the quarterback. You got linemen getting out in front. An excellent call at that point in the game.
Leak, right side, caught, first down across the 50. Carlos Perez, number 23.
I continue to be amazed, and not just impressed, but amazed at the poise of this young Chris Leak. I mean, he almost throws that interception. The last series comes right back and hits Kelvin Kite with a big throw. Then he gets him in the end zone, and I mean, he just does not lose his composure no matter what's going on around him.
That gives Florida a first down at the 45. Leak is 12 out of 16. Backs up, goes left side, finds a receiver. Flag is down as well as O.J. Small makes the grab. Chris Leak, recruited by Florida State. He made his recruiting visit there last year when they played North Carolina. Bobby Bowden actually went up to Charlotte. You see the infraction is against. He said he was impressed with Chris Leak when he made a recruiting visit to Leak's home and went to practice, and he said it was freezing. And all the players went in, and Chris Leak stayed out for an hour. And Bobby said, I knew it was an hour because I was cold and wanted to get out of there.
I wonder if he knew at that time he was going to go to Florida and he was afraid to talk to Coach Bowden. You know, who knows?
Chris Leak. Now, this was a highly regarded recruiting class by Ron Zook and the Florida Gators, and that's a lot of what's at stake in this game.
Absolutely. I mean, the recruiting in the state of Florida is hotly contested, not just by the 3 big schools in Florida, but there's a lot of other schools that come in here to recruit talent. And a win in the games against your state rivals pays huge dividends in February when you can start signing prospects.
First down and 15. 17-14. Florida State leads. The handoff. Carthen tries to get out of trouble and doesn't do so. He gets back to the line of scrimmage at the 50.
No, there were some concerns about this Florida State defense because of the last 2 games. They really got burnt by Clemson and North Carolina State. They gave up 424 yards to Clemson, 514 yards to Phillip Rivers and North Carolina State. But after the week off, they have played much more solid defense in this game today against Chris Leak in Florida.
2nd and 15. That's Ben Troop, who lines up to the left side. Play fake. Leak ties the screen. It's tipped and almost intercepted. Whoa. Chauncey Davis, number 94, tipped it and then almost grabbed it.
And see, here is the thing about Florida State. Chauncey Davis is the backup defensive end. Here he is. He's not a starter, but he's a guy who can come into the game and make plays. Jonathan Colon tried to get a hand on him. Chauncey Davis too quick around the corner and almost came up with another interception.
That's an incidental face mask, 5-yard version against the defense during the down. 5 yards, previous spot, repeat 2nd down.
And that brings us back to the original line of scrimmage on this series of downs just inside the 45.
See, right now, Florida State has 3 backups on their defensive line, along with their starter, Darnell Dockett. So they've got 8 guys that they can roll in there that can all make plays. That's very unusual in college football. Most teams have 1 or 2 guys that can make big plays. They got 8.
Option play. The pitch back to Carthen. Turns the corner. Has Latsko in front.
Nice call.
Surges inside the 35. First down.
Nice call. They fooled Florida State's defense. They had not shown an option yet. The first option of the game. And this is not an option where the quarterback really wants to keep the football. It's pitch it right away. Come down the line, get it to the guy who can run. He's got a back out in front of him. And they fooled the Florida State defense. Good blocking by the wide receivers out on the perimeter. Got him the first down.
That's the longest run of the day for Florida. It's 14 yards. Carlos Perez was out there providing blocking help as well. Now the cutback as Ryan Carthen starts right. Gets inside the 30. Well, for more on this whole concept of recruiting in Florida, let's go down to Jill.
Well, Vern, this Florida State rivalry is a big game in the land of recruiting in the state of Florida. Many recruits, they're here today. They're watching, and they're going to decide their college future based on this game. Even Kewan Ratliff, he's from Ohio. He grew up hearing about that Ohio State-Michigan rivalry, but he said when he came on his official visit to this Florida State game, he knew how intense it was, and this was the school for him. So you know those guys over there are watching this one closely.
You're right, Jill. He came down here wanting to be a wide receiver for Steve Spurrier. And he said he came during this game in 1999. And the other thing that struck him was the warm weather in November.
Yeah, that's not a bad bonus.
Timeout.
Under center is Wangler at the 45. He goes back. He's looking for a receiver. He throws downfield and fires.
Pick your all-time Pontiac high-performance play at Pontiac.com/NCAA. You can also enter for a chance to win a new V8 Bonneville GXP and VIP access to the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl.
Here's the covering Michigan football. You cannot believe it.
Boys, your mother and I have given it a lot of thought. And, well...
We think it's time we told you something.
What?
They're not really triplets?
Don't be silly.
It's the pizza. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
For fresh baked pizza at home, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
I thought you were going to tell us that Ling was adopted.
And I don't even have that insurance.
What insurance, Santa?
The one that pays you cash if you're hurt and can't work.
Huh?
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Can you just send out the toys?
A doubleheader day featuring the AFC's division leaders. First, New England collides with Indianapolis. Then, Kansas City slams into San Diego. Sunday on CBS.
Season premiere of college basketball, the NCAA on CBS. 9th-ranked Kentucky goes out west to take on UCLA next Saturday at 1:30. Tonight, Todd, I know we're both staying over. I want to invite you to join me and watch Olay presents Ice Wars 10. North America versus the world.
How many of those have you done?
All 10.
All 10.
All 10. All 10. Second down, screen pass, right side, Carthen. That was a little slow developing. He does get 3 yards down to the 25-yard line. 8:25 to go, third quarter. Florida scored first, a 47-yard field goal. Chris Ricks scored a 35-yarder, had a 35-yard pass to Robinson. That put Florida State up 7-3. At the half, it was 17-6 as Ricks hit another one. Bobby Bowden's team leading by that 17-6 margin. But Florida came back, touchdown pass and the 2-point conversion. That's where we sit right now.
Stanford Samuels, the best corner, coming on a blitz right here.
Left side, and because of the blitz, Leak had to get rid of it a little before he wanted to.
Yeah, and that was a well-disguised blitz. See, Florida State is not a heavy blitz team. And Stanford Samuels is right here. It looks like he's going to play man-to-man on Ben Troop, and then he's going to blitz instead. So it looked like he was going to cover Ben Troop. He came on the blitz. Nobody picked him up, and Chris Leak not able to make the throw. So a timely blitz for Mickey Andrews' defense.
That will bring on Matt Leach for the 4th time. He is 2 for 2. This one from 2 for 3. This one from 42 yards away. Morton with the hold. Leach got it. We are tied. Well, you said once they had the ball, they needed to do something with it. They've done that twice.
Scored both times. They found a little room to run. And Chris Leak has played with poise and got his team tied with the Seminoles here in the third quarter.
This holiday season, give your someone special something they'll actually remember in June. Give your dad more than a grill. Give him family get-togethers all summer. At the Home Depot, we're more than a store. We're your home for holiday inspiration with hundreds of unique and unexpected gift ideas. Shop early for the best selection. This weekend only, get a 12-gallon rigid wet dry vac for just $39.97 and this Ryobi 3-piece combo kit for just $99. Give something that lasts all year. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
I was this close to giving in. 3 weeks without a cigarette, and this craving comes out of nowhere. Then I thought, you're crazy. You're this close to finally making it.
If you get a really tough craving, adding an extra piece of Nicorette to your schedule can help make all the difference. One bite, and Nicorette quickly begins to release the medicine you need. So whenever you need help, you've got it.
I've never gone this long without a cigarette.
Nicorette helps you quit, one craving at a time.
Wireless, where are we?
Comparing high-speed data networks, Sprint's 30% bigger than AT&T Wireless.
But AT&T Wireless, they've been around.
If Sprint has better coverage, isn't it obvious? Right. Let's look at Sprint. You are... the plant guy. Central plant? No, Ficus plant. Didn't mean to jump in, but they'll thank you for it.
30% more coverage than with AT&T Wireless. Get the facts at sprintpcs.com. One Sprint, many solutions.
He's Johnny Fairplay.
I'm much more than just a pretty face.
But Johnny doesn't play fair. Now will someone finally take him down? All new Survivor, CBS Thursday.
Welcome back to Florida State, Florida. They have been playing since 1958. The most exciting series of games in the 90s. 93, 94, 96, and 97. That 96 one was the late hit game. The Gators won a rematch in the Sugar Bowl. These two teams have met twice in the Sugar Bowl, and they are tied in that venue at 1 apiece. Leach, 3 of 4 with the field goals today. Here's Petrovic, and this is a very, very short kick taken by Willie Reed at the near side, out of the tackle, and another long run on the kickoff.
That might be 15 more yards. They didn't call it. Probably could have on the tackle out of bounds, but you know, you're trying to kick away from Leon Washington, so you're trying different things to do. You kick it to the other guy and he burns you. Bad kick coverage, poor discipline by the Gators covering that kickoff, and excellent field position to start for the Seminoles. They have really had their problems covering kickoffs here today.
A 77-yarder in the first half to set up a touchdown. This one from 46. And Florida State has the ball. They were 3 and out on their only possession of this quarter. They've got it at the 43. The handoff left side. Washington cuts back inside and is down at the 37. Well, there is a 3-way tie in the SEC East, and among the teams tied with Florida and Tennessee, Georgia. And on the phone with us right now, Mark Richt, head coach at the University of Georgia. Mark, first of all, congratulations on your win today. And how easy do you sit tonight watching this game?
Well, I'm not actually watching it. I can't wait to watch it, but right now I'm in the middle of Atlanta traffic on the way to my coach's show. But we're very thankful to get the victory and get this 3-way tie, and hopefully it'll be enough to get us in the game next week.
Aren't your expectations that you will be? Here's the handoff. It comes left. And Leon Washington out of bounds inside the 20. Mark, I would assume that you are proceeding on the assumption that you will get the nod.
Well, we're going to be working hard, looking at LSU tape, and until they tell us something different, we'll be preparing for the game.
How significant is a rematch?
Well, a rematch is great, especially if you lost, and especially if the second time around it can erase what happened the first time around as far as the SEC race is concerned. And we're just very thankful to have the possibility of this opportunity. And to go 10-2 was really special considering all the things that we had to overcome all year long.
Mark, stay with us for one more play. Here's Ricks in the end zone, and it is overthrown. Ratliff actually made the grab for the interception, but was out of the end zone.
Mark, this is Todd. You talked about going 10-2 and how special that is with this group. Can you ever remember in all your years as an assistant with Bobby Bowden at Florida State, but could you ever remember a year where you had a team that had to overcome as much adversity from the beginning of this season with suspensions and injuries as this Georgia team did this year?
No, it's been incredible. I think there's been some years where we might have had some guys get hurt in certain positions that you're wondering what you're going to do. But we got hit at every position across the board, and somehow, you know, we found a way to win, and I'm just proud of the coaches and the players and everybody involved in this program.
Mark, congratulations to you. We'll let you try and get out of the traffic, and probably see you next week. Okay, Mark.
Bye-bye.
Here's a big second down play, and the loss back on the back. Georgia victors today at Georgia Tech. Bobby Bowden pacing the sideline a little more slowly than he did a couple of years ago. Well, here's the way it finally concluded in the SEC East. Georgia, Tennessee, and Florida, tri-champions 6-2, and a representative in the SEC East will be determined by the BCS ranking.
Right.
To be announced tomorrow night.
And again, that Miami-Pittsburgh game tonight has a lot of bearing on both Tennessee and Florida's situation.
Loss of 3, 3rd and 13, tie game, blitz coming. Didn't time it quite right, but Ricks is in trouble. He is elusive.
He dropped the ball.
Yes, he did. And here goes Kewan Ratliff. The senior from Columbus, Ohio, strides in for the score.
Gus Scott made the play, a tremendous play by the senior safety.
the senior Gus Scott from Jacksonville, the senior Kewan Ratliff from Columbus, Ohio.
Gus Scott led this team. That's his 5th forced fumble on the season, and Kewan Ratliff scores another defensive touchdown, the 6th of the year for the Florida Gators.
Here's the old swinging gate play. How about this? It's 1958 all over.
Boy, oh boy.
I saw this about the time these two teams played their first game together. B.J. Ward is up. The kick is through. Ron Zook's team came out in the 3rd quarter, and they have dominated. They've also grabbed the lead. It's 24-17.
So, what you got for me? Please, that thing's a... Yeah. Where are you getting your numbers from, the sports section? But if it goes the other way, I'm going to dump it. Gotta go. Lily, I'm all done for the day. Can you come in here for a minute?
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Lily Bean.
Daddy's home.
Institutional strength trading, now available on your desktop. For as little as $8 per trade, Fidelity Active Trader Services delivers power, price, service, no compromises.
Time now for the Fidelity Investment scoring recap. Florida got on the board first. Matt Leach from 47 yards out. Then it was Chris Ricks finding Dominic Robinson 35 yards. FSU took a 7-3 lead. Another field goal. This one from Beitia made it 10-3. Field goal from Leach. And it was 10-6 at that point. Then a touchdown to the tight end, Matt Henshaw, the backup. 17-6 at the half. Ben Troop over the shoulder catch to make it 17-14. Leach tied it up from 42 yards out, and then the go-ahead touchdown just scored officially into the books is a 77-yard fumble return. It popped up perfectly into the hands of Kewan Ratliff after Gus Scott had forced Ricks into the fumble, and Ratliff strolls in 24-17 after the extra point.
And now it's up to Chris Ricks to get his poise back and try to stop the bleeding for Florida State. They've been outscored 18-0 here in the 3rd quarter. They've gained 7 yards on offense.
And Petrovich will kick it off. Again, this one returnable, taken by Leon Washington. He had a 77-yard return in the first half. This time spilled as he gets to the 23-yard line. Ronaldo Hill and Ratliff, 77-yard fumble recovery. That's the 4th return for a touchdown this season. And he was telling us the other day how much he was disappointed when he got down here and they made him a defensive back. He wanted to be a wide receiver.
Yeah. He's a finalist for the Thorpe Award, and we said, "Do you ever dream of that growing up?" So I dreamed of being an All-American, but not a Thorpe Award because I wanted to play wideout.
He wanted to be a Biletnikoff Award winner.
Right.
And the Gators are forced to burn a timeout. That will still the enthusiasm of this crowd on the sideline for the moment. 24-17, Florida.
Honey, look, our first Christmas.
Yeah. You remember what I gave you?
A stuffed reindeer?
I think I did better this year.
This holiday, what can you give the woman who said she'd love you forever and has? A 3-stone diamond ring from Kay Jewelers would be a great start. And you could be assured of 2 things. First, that every Kay diamond is hand-selected for exceptional beauty. And second, that she'll absolutely love it.
You did a lot better this year.
Every kiss begins with K.
When quality matters, reach out. On the wireless service America trusts. AT&T Wireless.
NFL Today tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern Time. And the usual group with Jim, Boomer, Dan, And Dion will be there. First down and 10. High formation on first down and 10.
No need to really change philosophy for Florida State. They just need to stick with their running game, their short passes.
Ricks, right side, out of a tackle. PK Sam out to the 40, 34-yard line. And then he gets to the 35. That's a gain of 13. Now, Chris Ricks, we talked about the enigmatic nature of his career as a quarterback at Florida State.
Well, he's 23-9 as a starter, but in those 9 losses, 14 interceptions and 9 lost fumbles. Well, add one more fumble loss today, although this game still very much up in the air.
First down and 10 after the 13-yard gain. Here's the toss right. Booker and Daryl Dixon, number 34, made the tackle. Dixon, who missed all of last year after shoulder surgery and hurting a little bit. No, he's not. I thought he was favoring the shoulder. He was pulling up his socks.
He's had an outstanding year. I mean, this is a guy who, Daryl Dixon, who has led the team in tackles, but also has been a great leader. Not a very vocal guy, but very much looked at as a leader. In fact, when he was out last year as a redshirt, the team insisted that he travel to every game because of his presence.
Second down and 8. 5.5 to go, third quarter. Ricks with a handoff on the draw play. Good defensive job by Reed Fleming, number 40, middle linebacker. And Matt Ferrier was also there to help complete it.
That was a run blitz. They brought extra men up there and blitzed the line of scrimmage, anticipating the run. And they stopped him to a very minimal gain and brings up a third down in an 8 situation now for Chris Ricks.
Florida State is 1 of 6 on third down conversions. See the comparison as FSU has stayed on the ground for most of the game. Bobby Bowden looks on his son Jeff with the play call. 3rd and 8. And the play clock at 1. Ricks dances right, goes forward, did not get it.
That's
just
close.
Short.
It's awful close. He made a great effort at the end of the run, stretching the football. But they just moved it back behind that 45-yard line. This is what Chris Ricks did last year. He ran for 83 yards and many times kept drives alive with his legs. A good tackle by Johnny Lamar, number 31. Stopped him just short of the first down.
Santa Margarita, California, 4th and 1, and apparently they will punt. Jesse Stein comes on for the 3rd time, and it's not going to be Keywan Ratliff. Vernell Brown is back to return the punt. This one backs.
Oh, what do you?
Oh my goodness.
He got away with it.
Yes, he did, but it was ill-advised, to speak euphemistically.
Yeah, I'm not sure he knew where the goal line was, but he was too close to it to catch that football.
Well, next Saturday, college football on CBS. The Army-Navy game next Saturday at 4 o'clock Eastern. Congratulations to the Naval Academy. They've accepted a bid to the Houston Bowl, or will. And they're having a terrific year, which brings a big smile to the home of Roger and Marianne Staubach. 7-4 record for the Naval Academy. And off left side, here's Faison, breaks out, and is talked at the just short of the 20. You know, we've all got 1,000 reasons to be thankful during Thanksgiving holidays, and one of them, which we all share, is the thanks to our servicemen and women who serve around the world. We're going to single one out and say hello to him because we've been asked to by those who love him the most. Lieutenant Ward Irvin. He's a part of the 10th Mountain Division, class of Florida, 1999. He was a member of the swim team. He is serving with the Rangers somewhere in Afghanistan and is watching this game on Armed Forces Network. Lieutenant Ward Irvin. Left side, Faison, not there. And let's go back and spend a moment with Tim Brando in New York.
All right, Vern, let's take a look at our Verizon Wireless top performance of the day. I think it's long overdue. Ryan Dinwiddie of Boise State leading his team to a 56-3 lead over Nevada. He's out of the game. He was 17 of 24, 375 yards, 4 touchdowns. Gentlemen, Boise State, no fly in the ointment, but they'll be an 11-win team that deserves making our radar.
And the only team in America with a blue football field. I mean, that is so strong.
I did a track meet there with our producer, Greg Silver. I couldn't believe it when I saw it for the first time.
Birds crash, die there because they think it's a lake. I mean, it happens all the time.
Oh, goodness. Out to the 23. Fumble. Pat Watkins has it. And the play will stand. That is a touchdown.
Yes. Faison looking around saying, isn't anybody going to say that I was down? And all the officials have abandoned him.
That's the sophomore from Tallahassee, the free safety, Pat Watkins, number 22.
A lot of Florida State fans wondering, why did you punt on 4th and 1? Well, we've had a great defense all year. Let's count on them again. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Darnell Dockett with the tackle, but if anyone was down before the ball came out, it sure looked like Faison was down there. We've seen a handful of plays like that in this football game. That one looked fairly obvious.
Bethia with the kick just inside the right upright. I can't wait to see another angle on this one.
Well, credit Florida State for not giving up on the play. But watch his face and is tackled by Darnell Dockett. He's down.
That's at least 3 times tonight we've seen fumbles negated or allowed. Sunday on television's most watched new drama, Cold Case. A tragedy sent a single mother into a 2-year coma, but now she's awake. Can Detective Lily Rush help her find out who's to blame? Don't miss an all-new Cold Case Sunday at 8, 7 Central on CBS. Now, the fumble is worth another look.
Well, the ground cannot cause the fumble. Now, Darnell Dockett's right here. He's going to be the guy that's going to make the play, number 45. Gets off his block. It looked like from there that Faison was down before the ball popped out into the hands of Watkins. Take a look again. Faison down. Hard to tell. But you're right. We've had 3 or 4 of those that have looked like that today.
I'm not so sure it's hard to tell. Oh, there, now there, that's a look that gives
we
it a
hadn't
little.
seen that one.
Yeah,
There it is. That one did come out.
Yes.
He was being hit on his way down to the ground, and the ball did come out. So credit this ACC officiating crew with getting that one. That was a good call.
And a replay that seemed to confirm the rightness of it. Here's the kickoff again, short by Bethia, and Andre Caldwell out near the 30-yard line. Now, the last angle worth a review of the fumble.
Dockett's going to make the tackle. He's actually losing it. He ran into his own guy, Shannon Snell, and then Big Mac Starks is coming over the top. And between those 2 guys, the ball came out. And we watched it from a lot of angles and slow, and the officials saw it one time from one angle at full speed and made the right call.
Ball on the 29 on first down. Here's Carthen coming to the right. Scoots through across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Michael Boulware, number 58, made the tackle. Boulware, familiar name at Florida State. 2nd and 7. Chris Lee. Fires it incomplete to the 33-yard line. O.J. Small, number 11, made the grab, but short yardage. That'll bring up third down. Looks to be 5. Total plays, only 1. Dividing the 2. Turnovers, 1 apiece.
And Mickey Andrews doing a different thing now. Even though Florida's still in the no huddle, he went ahead and substituted 5 new defensive players on this third down play. So he knows they're not going hurry up, so he has time to get the personnel on the field that he wants.
3-man rush for Florida State. 3rd and 5, and Leak will take out and is forced to go down short of the first down.
They rushed 3. They dropped 8 into zone coverage. Chris Leak nowhere to go with the football, and even when you have a little bit of a seam against this defense, it closes in a hurry because of their speed.
Now that was Ernie Sims for Florida State, who came over, acknowledged by the team as the hardest hitter on the team. Leak, perhaps having read the same column we did, said, whoops, that's 34. I'm going down right here. Here is the punt from Eric Wilbur. Fair catch. Called and taken at the 20-yard line by Leon Washington. And let's spend a moment with Jill Arrington. Jill?
Well, Vern, these seniors are playing their hearts out, and I told you before the game that this is the defining game. This is the defining people on their team are these seniors. When sitting back at 3-3, they called that special players-only meeting, and they aired out their differences, and they vowed to play together as a family. You know, they haven't lost since, and today, look at the way Troop's playing, look at the way Ratliff's playing. They said this is the game they most want to win, and they're showing it today.
I agree with you, Jill. It's first down. One more note about that players' meeting, though, after this play. First down and 10. Chris Ricks, high formation again with Leon Washington. Now the deep back. Coleman is the fullback. And off to Washington. Spill. That players' meeting was called after they lost at home here to Ole Miss. It was called by the seniors. There was only one freshman who got up to speak at that meeting, and that was Chris Leak. That was his second start. It was a loss, the only loss that Chris Leak has sustained since he was in the 9th grade. And as much as anything, I think it gave his colleagues, his players, a sense of the kind of command he had.
Well, he took responsibility for the loss because he had thrown 3 interceptions in the 4th quarter, and his team said, no, we win as a team, lose as a team, but we don't intend to lose anymore. And they haven't.
2nd and 10. Tie ball game, 24 all. Flip it out left side, man open. Robinson, yes, it was. He got in between Kewan Ratliff and Gus Scott.
What a pretty throw by Chris Ricks. All the way back across the field, right on the sideline. I mean, it's an adjustment route by the wide receiver, because once he saw the coverage, there was a hole between the corner and safety, and he sat right in that hole.
That's the end of the 3rd with the score 24 all. We'll return to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium right after this message and a word from your local station.
Hey, Vanessa, I'm home. Hey, what are you doing?
Baking.
Radio Shack has holiday treats for everyone, like this CD Plus Graphics karaoke machine, the Game Boy Advanced SP Value Pack with Tiger Woods golf game and more, or exclusive Zip Zap Special Edition Micro RCs.
Honey, you forgot to turn the oven on. I turned it on for you.
Shop the Shack and save big.
The holidays are coming fast, and so are gifts that go from your Honda dealer. All with straight deals featuring 0 down payment, 0 payments for 3 months, and 6.9% fixed APR financing for up to 60 months on any new Honda. Plus great values like the best-selling 350cc Rancher starting at $38.99 and CRF starting at $11.99. So you better get going before the gifts that go are all gone.
Monday, Howard Stern's got new Dad Dave in the hot seat.
I can't picture you, like, changing diapers. Will you do that? No. You won't.
Monday on The Late Show.
Catch CSI Miami, Mondays on CBS. It's all here.
To release, press the red button. Note the 2-power mid-cabin doors and aft hatch. And enjoy the movie on the DVD screen.
Act now during the Dodge year-end sales drive and get $500 holiday bonus cash.
For the first time ever, get 0% financing and $500 bonus cash, or up to a $4,500 total cash allowance on select 2004 Caravans. Hurry, $500 holiday bonus cash ends December 1st.
Bye-bye. See you. Thanks for choosing Dodge.
These people did something smart. They went to the 25th annual Toyotathon, the year's biggest sales event, and got the best year-end values and best Toyota SUVs ever. Toyotathon is the perfect time to check out our full line of incredible SUVs, including the awe-inspiring 04 Toyota 4Runner, starting at just $28,285. Hurry to your local dealer today or visit buyatoyota.com. Come on, get to the 25th annual Toyotathon. Wouldn't you look smart in a new Toyota?
The Infiniti G35, 260 horsepower, sport-tuned suspension, and 6-speed manual transmission. A dream to drive. The Infiniti G35.
The SEC Football Wrap-Up Show, Saturday at 7 on CBS 46.
Ben Troop, one of the 22 seniors introduced about 2.5 hours ago. Their overall record 36-13, 26-6 in the SEC. One overall SEC championship, that in the year 2000. 24 all. Vern Lundquist, Todd Blackledge, Jill Arrington at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. And here is Chris Ricks to throw. And he settles for a pass in the flat to Leon Washington as we get underway here in the fourth quarter. And it looked for much of that third quarter like it was overwhelmingly going Florida's way.
Yeah. Well, they outscored them 18-0. Florida State having trouble getting the thing going offensively. But a credit to the, Joe talked about the Florida seniors. These Florida State seniors, 7 of them start on this defense. And one of those seniors, Darnell Dockett, made the tackle on Faison, knocks the ball loose. They get a defensive touchdown, and now we're right back to a tied football game. So the seniors of Florida State stepping up as well.
2nd down and 5. Here's Ricks with a handoff. Leon Washington darts to the right, then back to the left. Across the 45 to the 46, Reed Fleming with the tackle. 3rd and 2. 24 all. Florida State trying to get back into a 10-win column for the season. Something they were so accustomed to until the last 2 years. Florida trying to extend its win streak to 6 in succession. Washington is the deep back in the eye. He gets the handoff. And there's stiff resistance that will deny him the first down. Reed Fleming was the first man there.
And Florida's defense doing a much, much better job defending the Florida State run here in the third quarter than they did in that first half. Gave up 100 yards plus rushing in the first half. In the third quarter here, much more stout on the inside. Better job by the front 4. Reed Fleming, the middle linebacker, getting to the point of attack and not letting Leon Washington fall forward for that first down.
4th and 1. Reed Fleming, one of the seniors, comes to the bench. And it'll be Kewan Ratliff again back to return Jesse Stein's punt on 4th down.
He ran into him.
Yep, this one's going to come back.
He ran into him, and they, even though it's a 5-yard penalty, it'll give Florida State a first down.
That's Bobby McCray.
See, Bobby McCray is saying I was blocked into him, but that is not a rule in college football. It's on you to avoid the punter. Bobby McCray, number 57, comes from the top of the screen. Now, he was pushed by Michael Boulware, but that is not a rule in college football. A guy rushing the punter has to avoid the kicker on his own.
Running into the kicker by the defense, that's a 5-yard penalty. The yardage results in a first down.
We have seen some very costly mistakes and breakdowns in the kicking game for Florida today. Poor kickoff coverage. A couple penalties that have given new life to the Florida State offense. This one very costly at the 50-yard line.
Fresh set of downs between the 48 and 49. First down and 10. Lorenzo Booker now takes his spot in the backfield. He comes right and picks up 1.5 yards before Gus Scott makes the tackle. Well, the team which has rushed for more yards in this series since 1990 has prevailed. 13-1-1 for the team which dominated on the ground, or won the battle, not necessarily dominated. 2nd and 9. 24 all, early 4th quarter. Ricks will throw after the play fake, goes left into the flat for Booker. Nice. Beautiful tackle. Gus Scott.
This was a good defensive call by Charlie Strong because he brought a blitz which forced Chris Ricks to get rid of the football. Reed Fleming came on the blitz and that forced the quick throw, and then an open field tackle on Booker by Gus Scott. Wrapped up those ankles and would not let go. Reed Fleming with the little love tap at the end of the play there.
3rd and 12. Gus Scott, who lost his mom to pneumonia. She was only 39 years of age. It happened year before last. So his mother not here on senior day. 3rd and 12. Fake toss. Ricks pulls up, goes deep left side. There's double coverage, and Dixon is back there to cover P.K. Sam. The pass incomplete. It will be 4th down.
Good defense. Good defensive series. After the costly penalty on Bobby McCray, they get a 3-and-out. That is good, solid defense by the Florida Gators. But see, the thing now is with this kicking game here in the 4th quarter, the field position advantage is definitely Florida State's, because they should pin Florida back here again.
Nice and high for Stein, and a fair catch called by Ratliff, and they do pin them back. 42-yard punt. He aired it out, and the Gators will have the ball, but they will be 92 yards away from the end zone. Timeout.
Now it's time for the block of the day, presented by Earthlink.
In Florida's last win 2 weeks ago, watch Jonathan Colon lead the way for Chris Leak. It's a quarterback trap, so it's a designed run by the quarterback. But watch Jonathan Colon get on his man and stick with him all the way to the goal line. Chris Leak does a smart thing. Get right behind the big tackle and follow him into the end zone. The Earthlink block of the day, Jonathan Colon, the University of Florida.
For more on Earthlink's block of the day, log on to cbssportsline.com/Earthlink.
I moved to Earthlink because they hate internet pollution as much as I do.
I moved because they block pop-ups. And I'll take all the help I can get.
Because Spam Blocker keeps my inbox neat and clean.
Different people, different passions, different reasons for moving to Earthlink. Like our pop-up blocker and spam blocker tools. They block almost all pop-ups and spam. Call 1-800-EARTHLINK. Get 6 months of dial-up service featuring Earthlink Accelerator at half price. Move to Earthlink. It revolves around you.
Now through Sunday, Zales is having a store-wide sale with savings up to 60% off and more. Like this 5-carat baguette and round diamond bracelet for just $4.99. Or these 3/4 carat diamond earrings, now just $3.99. Hurry, quantities are limited. Now through Sunday only at Zales, the diamond store.
Kirk Browning, Oksana Bayul, and Brian Boitano burn up the ice. Plus, the gold medal rematch the world's been waiting for. Olay presents Ice Wars 10, all new CBS tonight.
We're back at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. Monday on The Late Show, Dave goes one-on-one with Howard Stern. And later this week, don't miss George Clooney, Keanu Reeves, and Halle Berry all this week right here on CBS. Worst field position to start a drive for Florida today. Play fake, Leak Goes deep. He's got Troop. There goes Ben Troop.
What a play call. What a play call. 24-24, fourth quarter. Florida State, an 18-year-old freshman on your own 6, and you call a pass play. Ben Troop beats Michael Boulware again, and a perfect throw by the freshman for a huge play.
On first down, here's a quick screen out to the left side. Andre Caldwell across the 50 to the 47. Well, Ben Troop, the tight end, a superb talent. Florida State has had difficulty against good tight ends.
Yeah, you know, they play a lot of man-to-man, which means linebackers or safeties cover tight ends. Kellen Winslow had a big game against him. Heath Miller of Virginia, another talented guy. I don't think any tight end in the country is any better than this guy right here, though. I think he is an outstanding football player. He's big, physical blocker, can run all the routes, great hands, good with the ball after the catch.
Second down and 3. Play fake, leak, pumps, screen pass, left side. Cedric Faison gets a little block from an offensive lineman, and he is inside the 35-yard line.
You know, I gotta give some props here. My guy Matt Sign, my spotter, just slipped a note in front of me and said we haven't seen a screen for a while. Well, that's 2 screens in a row now. One to a wide receiver, one to a running back, and both of them very well executed by the Gators. Faison sets it up, gets those linemen down in front, and Florida in striking distance right now.
Max Starks injured, and he is on the bench. Faison sits for the moment, first down and 10. There's a shovel pass underneath inside the 20. Ran Carthen. How about Ed Zonbrecker?
He's doing a nice job. And the reason this play is so good against a team like Florida State is because of how wide their defensive ends play and how quickly they get up the field. Those guys want to get up the field and rush the passer, and that invites a play like the shovel pass underneath it. Nice mixture. Run, pass, screens, trick plays.
First down and 10. Here's another option. Pitch back left side. It's Carthen, the senior. Out of bounds at the 11. Let's take another look at this Utah pass, the shovel pass.
Here's the end, and he wants to get upfield and rush the passer. So when you have ends that get up the field like that, you get them up the field, you invite them there, and then you shovel pass or run a draw of some sort underneath of them. And Ed Zonbrecker has Florida State at their wits' end, and Mickey Andrews wants a timeout.
That's called the Utah pass. It was first thrown by Lee Roscoe.
There are no gold medals for the 4x4 that masters Arctic snow. There are no championship games for fording muddy water. And there are no finish lines for the one that makes it over stacks of treacherous boulders. So why do we make sure every Jeep 4x4 is trail rated to such strict standards of capability? Perhaps the better question is, why doesn't everyone else? If it's not trail rated, it's not a Jeep 4x4.
So, what you got for me? Please, that thing's a... Yeah, where you get your numbers from, the sports section? But if it goes the other way, I'm gonna dump it. Gotta go. Lily, I'm all done for the day. Can you come in here for a minute?
Hi, Lily Bean.
Daddy's home. Institutional strength trading, now available on your desktop. For as little as $8 per trade, Fidelity Active Trader Services delivers power, price, service, no compromises.
This season, get the newest phones with the coolest stuff from AT&T Wireless. With M-Mode, you can play games, text message, find the latest news and weather, even share pictures. Sign up for our family plan, and additional lines are $9.99 a month. Plus, get up to 4 free phones. For cool gift ideas for the whole family, reach out on the wireless service America trusts. AT&T Wireless. Hurry in today.
The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by AT&T Wireless, Panasonic, Fidelity Investments, and by Earthlink.
Second down 3 at the 11. The Saturn Lightship hovering high above the University of Florida and Ben Hill Griffin Stadium today and tonight. The Saturn Lightship team hopes you're enjoying this unique look at tonight's game. Second and 3 at the 11, tie game.
Again, just the masterful play calling on this possession by Ed Zonbrecker. They have really put this Florida State defense on their heels, coming out from their own 6-yard line.
Here's Leak back. Goes right. Throws it deep in the end zone and throws it away.
Good decision. You can't hold the ball long against them. If it's not there, get rid of it. Don't take a sack.
And that will bring up third down. 24-24. 17-6 Florida State at halftime. Here's Ed Zonbrecker. I swear after they lost at home to Ole Miss, people were just filling up the internet calling him an idiot.
Yeah.
You know, he couldn't coach anything. This is the guy who coached Chad Pennington. And now all of a sudden he's a genius.
I just think he's done a great job of bringing Chris Leak along bit by bit through this season, giving him more and more of the offense.
Leak. Oh, wow. For all the good he has done, there's one he will never forget.
Yeah. He had him. His favorite target, Ben Troop, right in the middle. He's going to run the post, and he's open. Nice move to get around the middle linebacker, Austin, and just cannot make the catch. The ball was thrown perfectly by Chris Leak, not only in the right spot, but at the right time. He threw it on time before the break and thought he could have had a touchdown.
That brings on Matt Leach to break the tie, to attempt to break the tie from 29 yards away. Whoops.
Well, if this is against Florida State, we're going to have a first down for the Florida Gators inside the 10. Was he drawn off sides? That's the question. I thought there was movement on the Florida line before they came across, but I don't think that's the way it's going to get called.
Good ball foul. Offside by contact on the defense. The 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Keep your eye on Chauncey Davis, number 94.
Well, take a look in here now. Oh, I tell you what it was. The center went late to go over the ball. He did that on purpose, and when he made that quick move to get down on the football, it drew the offsides penalty. That was an intentional move by the long snapper, Casey Griffith. Watch Casey Griffith, the center. He goes quickly to the football. When he did that, Chauncey Davis jumped off sides, reacting to the movement. That's pretty smart right there now.
First down and goal at the 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Carthon nailed. Jeff Wumble made the tackle. Perhaps a loss of 1. Red zone defense, national average 60%. Look at what they have given up this year.
Yeah, that's outstanding defense. I mean, this is a team that coming into today had only given up 16 offensive touchdowns the whole season. And they're particularly tough when you get in their territory.
Nearing the 9-minute mark, fourth quarter. 9 left, just under. And it's second down and goal in a tie game. Perez in motion. Leak pumps deep left side for O.J. Small, too far. It will be third down.
I want to make another point here about Florida. It's not an issue right now on this series or on this play, but you might remember early in the third quarter, Florida had to use 2 of their timeouts. They got rid of them early. So now we've got 8 minutes and 47 seconds left in the game. Florida down to 1 timeout. Not a factor right this minute, but certainly will be as this game winds down further.
18 of 27 thus far for Chris Leak. Third and goal. 2 wides to the right side, and Leak sprints. Here's another shovel pass, and Carthon is nailed by Kendall Pope, number 9. They didn't go for it this time.
You fool me once, you know, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. They weren't fooled this time. First of all, Eric Moore did a nice job of coming up the field and disrupting the pass, or that was Wimberly, and then Kendall Pope waiting right there for Rand Carthon.
That brings Matt Leach on again. Leach, who has kicked 3 today. And this one from 28 yards. Casey Griffith will snap it. Matt Leach holds it, or kicks it, and it is up and good. But oh, what might have been the biggest play toward the end of the drive was the incompletion off the hands of Ben Fruit.
Panasonic Pro Curve Pivot Action Shaver. The world's fastest shaver. The world's sharpest shaver blades. And a head that pivots to fit your face. The Pro Curve Pivot Action Shaver.
I feel like a new man.
Panasonic. Ideas for life.
Zoom, 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 zoom. Shoot you right down off of your feet.
Olympus brings you the incredible power of a 10x optical zoom. Get 10 times closer. Now that's a powerful zoom.
Zoom, 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 zoom.
The Ultra Zoom from Olympus, designed to do more.
Zoom, 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 zoom.
There are no gold medals for the 4x4 that masters Arctic snow. There are no championship games for fording muddy water. And there are no finish lines for the one that makes it over stacks of treacherous boulders. So why do we make sure every Jeep 4x4 is trail rated to such strict standards of capability? Perhaps the better question is, why doesn't everyone else? If it's not trail rated, it's not a Jeep 4x4.
What did Mike Wallace say to Lawrence Taylor, one of the most fearsome players in football history, that made him cry? 60 Minutes, Sunday.
Eight minutes and 1 second remaining in this one. Let's talk about the recent era between these two teams. 1997, Steve Spurrier rotated his quarterbacks, and Florida won by 3. And Spurrier's last game against Florida State here 2 years ago, Florida won that one. 27-24 they lead, they being Florida. 8:01 to go. Leon Washington played his high school football hour and a half away in Jacksonville. Matt Petrovich will kick it off. He booms this one. Unreturnable. It'll come out to the 20. Well, I think this entire crew is kind of anticipating being together next Saturday night. We will gather in Atlanta for the SEC championship. It will be Georgia or Tennessee or Florida against LSU. We'll know tomorrow night.
Boy, LSU looked good yesterday. I mean, we've seen them a few times, and they beat Arkansas bad yesterday, and they looked dominant in doing so.
81-yard drive and 11 plays to take the lead for Florida. Now Chris Ricks takes it out of the spread. Drills it, and it's caught by Robinson up at the 33-yard line. Kewan Ratliff with the tackle, a 13-yard gain.
You know, we already had our Home Depot coach's decision in the game, but I like the Home Depot, so I'll give them another pop here. I think one of the best decisions we've seen today was Mickey Andrews, the defensive coordinator, that last series, calling timeout. When they were really getting flustered against this Florida offense, they called timeout and got regrouped and held Florida out of the end zone and settled for a field goal. That was a big timeout.
Now the referee stops the clock here. Issue with the play clock, which
please start the 25-second clock on the proper notification.
Or else. Let's check the CBS Sportsline stat of the game. Yards by half. Look at the edge Florida has enjoyed. Get all your complete college football stats at CBSSportsline.com. First and 10.
In addition to that 74 yards of offense for Florida State, 4 punts here in the second half as well. So an important series right now for Chris Ricks and the Seminoles.
Florida brings 6. Ricks across the middle. He's got PK Sam.
Very nice.
Yes, it was. And that's a first and 10 Florida State after a 20-yard game.
You know, Chris Ricks can flat out throw the football. Now, in a lot of ways, he reminds me of Dan Marino when he throws out of the pocket, because watch how quickly the ball comes out of his hand. It's a very short, compact, quick delivery with a short stride with his left foot. I mean, when he sets up and throws it, he can flat out throw the ball. 2 nice throws in a row, and the Seminoles across the 50-yard line.
That's pretty high praise from one quarterback to another. About a third.
Yeah.
First down and 10. Now you got credibility.
Dan was the man, I'll tell you.
Ricks overthrows. Oh, Robinson made the catch. He went up, climbed the ladder, and got it. There is a flag on the play. And for the moment, let's go back to New York for this Pontiac high performance.
All right, Vern, Maryland once down by 15 using Bruce Perry big time today. He has 16 carries for 202 yards. Here he goes in to make it 41-28. He and Chris Barkley have put on a show. The Wake Forest running back has 243 yards rushing for Wake. Vern?
All right, Tim, while we were away, offside indicated against Florida. They marched off 5. And that will set up a first down at the 36-yard line.
And credit to Chris Ricks and the Florida State offense for not giving up on that play. They knew they had the penalty, the offsides. They stayed with it, and they got more yardage with the catch than they would have gotten for the penalty.
12-yard gain. Play action again. Ricks down the middle, man wide open. At the 10, at the 2-yard line. It's the tight end, Donnie Carter. Only his 5th catch of the season.
Well, it was cover 2, which means the 2 safeties are going to split the field, and that opens up the middle for the tight end to come right into that area. They go play action, the safeties split, the linebackers get fooled and come up on the play fake, and the middle of the field is wide open for the tight end. What a series for Chris Ricks throwing the football.
Those are season numbers for Donnie Carter. Under 7 to go. First and goal. Washington driven back. Fumble.
Yeah, he fumbled it. He sure did. Florida thinks they have it. I thought Washington fell right on the ball.
Second down.
That's what the officials are going to say. Channing Crowder needs out.
And here come flags.
Well, it was a dumb penalty by Channing Crowder. He came out of the pile with the ball, and then he spiked the football. He spiked the football, and he's going to get called for an unsportsmanlike penalty.
The fumble was recovered by the fumbler, making it second down. We have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike penalty against the defense. After Wilson to the goal, second down.
Channing Crowder's a true freshman, and he has to keep his poise. Washington did fumble the football, tried to reach it over the goal line, but he fell on top of it. Crowder caused the fumble. Now, the ruling is that Washington recovered it, but Crowder came out of the pile with the ball. And when they said it wasn't his ball, he took it out on the football.
Well, I saw Washington's knee come down on the football.
That's what I saw, too.
From that replay.
But Channing Crowder came out of the scrum with the ball in his hands. But they said he couldn't keep it.
First and goal. Quarterback keeper, no. Let's take another look at the Washington carry on the previous play.
He tried to stretch the ball to the goal line. Channing Crowder knocked it out with his left hand. Now, when he comes down the ground, that's Washington's left knee that's on the football. And as he's reaching for it, Crowder's reaching for it. And Crowder came out of the pile with the ball, but the officials called it down.
Timeout, Florida State.
I have never done a game where I've seen so many plays that were fumbles or could have been fumbles, weren't called fumbles. An unusual football game today.
In a world driven by hunger, at a time when the innocent struggle to survive, one force fights for decency, justice, and chicken. The cow superheroes are here. See the Swatter, the Gristle Missile, and cold cuts in the new Chick-fil-A calendar. Cost just $5, packed with food coupons. Cow superheroes, united they stand, divided their steak.
Just a little love. Think of your fellow man. Lend him a helping hand. Put a little love in your heart, yeah. Put a little love, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be so beautiful now for you and me. You just wait and see.
Doesn't your cousin know how to fix a computer?
He's in Florida. What about that kid across the street? Isn't he a computer whiz or something?
He's always staring at your legs.
Sweetie, could you stop that? Didn't you get that book, Computers for Morons?
I didn't understand it. What the?
New AOL 9.0 optimized with Computer Checkup can make fixing your computer, well, child's play. Life needs quick fixes. Look for the new AOL 9.0 optimized at these participating retail stores.
First, the season premiere of NCAA basketball, then a classic, the Army-Navy game, and in prime time, the SEC Championship, next Saturday on CBS.
Back in Gainesville, Channing Crowder still pleading his case. The official is at least giving him a hearing. Crowder thought he had recovered the fumble and then spiked the football. That resulted in a half the distance call. It is 3rd down.
See, right now, Florida needs to forget the officials. I mean, just forget they're even out there. They've just got to play football right now. Biggest play of the ball game right now for the Gator defense.
3rd and goal, just inside the 1. Handoff. Don't believe he got it. Bobby McCray goes over. 4th down.
Now what do you do?
Yeah.
If you're Bobby Bowden? I think you go for it. There's 5.5 minutes left. If you don't make it, you've got Florida inside their 1-yard line. Reed Fleming with the stop. Washington not able to get the ball across. Johnny Lamar there to help. And right now Chris Ricks is saying, let me run it. I'll sneak it in for a touchdown.
You got Greg Jones, who weighs 255 pounds. He's not in there.
I don't get that.
Now he is.
4th and goal he is. Yeah.
Okay.
Bring in the battering ram.
4th and goal. Quarterback sneak.
He got it
Touchdown.
over. Yep, he got the ball over. That was a nice jump by Chris Ricks. He hesitated just enough so that he could get a good leap and stick the ball over the goal line. Watch Chris Ricks. Little step back pause and then stretch that ball over the plane of the goal line and then protect it. What a series by Chris Ricks. Throwing the football. Nice play calling by Jeff Bowden. We talked about Ed Zonbrecker.
Extra point. Bethia up. Good. He asked for it. He was given the opportunity. He almost scored before he left his feet. FSU leads.
This is titanium. One of the sharpest metals known to man. Now available in a somewhat more manageable size. The new Remington Titanium Series. The world's only shaver with the sharpness of titanium-coated trimmer blades. For a shave that's incredibly close and comfortable. Remington Titanium. It could just make all other shavers obsolete.
It's the comedy everybody loves.
I told you I wanted to go golfing.
Yeah, and I said too bad.
I thought that meant for you.
Don't miss Everybody Loves Raymond, CBS Monday.
CBS Monday.
You really think that you can do a better job disciplining our children than we can?
I think a monkey and a blow-up doll could do a better job.
Yes, dear. Catch the laughs, CBS Monday.
Sunday on 60 Minutes, what did Mike Wallace say to Lawrence Taylor, one of the most fearsome players in football history, that made him cry? 60 Minutes Sunday. Well, boos rain down from the 90,000 here. Maybe a fifth of whom are Florida State fans. They're not booing. They're cheering. Here's Reed Fleming, senior linebacker.
Well, I mean,
Florida.
You know, the bottom line is there have been a lot of iffy calls in the game as a result relates to turnovers or possible turnovers, and almost all of those calls have gone against Florida. I mean, that's just the way it has been. Now the key is you've got to put that behind you and play the game that's in front of you. Don't worry about the official. Keep your poise and keep playing.
80-yard drive in 8 plays. It took 3 minutes. Ricks got the touchdown, and Bethia will kick off.
That was a fine series by Chris Ricks and fine play calling by Jeff Bowden to get the lead for Florida State.
Here is a very high, very short kick, almost dropped and picked up, and it is returned out near the 40-yard line. Skylar Thornton, number 25 on the special teams. And good field position for Florida now. 31-27, 4:54 to go.
A little surprised by that strategy by Bobby Bowden with the short, high kickoff. And give Chris Leak the football at the 40-yard line. I mean, they need a touchdown to take the lead here. A field goal only brings them within 1. So good field position to start for Chris Leak.
Play fake on first down, the pump, and then deep. He goes for Carlos Perez and overthrows him by 3 or 4 yards. Second down and 10. Well, Florida needs this to affect the BCS standings to have any chance of getting to the SEC championship game.
Well, not only that, I mean, the other thing that Florida's playing for is they're playing for bowl positioning, because even if they don't get to Atlanta, a win over Florida State, who is going to the BCS, will enhance what bowl they might go to in January.
Second down and 10. Leak steps up, he'll run. Gets a block from O.J. Small. He's got a first down at the 46-yard line.
See, he didn't do that in the first half. He's learned his in-game adjustment right now has been, this defense is too fast for me to hesitate. So if it's not there, I've got to make the decision and go right now. And when he did it, he got the first down. I mean, he's certainly athletic enough to make that play, but when you hesitate against a fast defense, you're not going to make the play.
First down and 10, a 13-yard gain. Hand off, Carthen starts right, bolts out of the tackle inside the 40 to the 38, where B.J. Ward applies the brakes.
And again, a reminder that Florida only with 1 timeout. Now, Florida State only has 1 timeout at this point as well.
Second down and 1. 31-27, Seminoles lead. Carthen breaks the tackle, picks up the first down.
What a second effort by the senior Rand Carthen, because that looked like it was going to be a loss of 2 or 3 yards. Kevin Emanuel, the defensive end, was up the field, and this was going to be a loss of yardage play. And Rand Carthen just instinctively spun inside and got the first down.
First and 10, 3:46 to go. This is Carthen again, the senior. Picks up 3, tackled by Alan Augustin, the middle linebacker.
Another mass substitution by Mickey Andrews, bringing in some fresh legs. A 3-man defensive front now.
Quick snap, screen pass out to the left side. Good job of blocking. And O.J. Small cuts inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
And a good use of the snap count by Chris Leak. He saw that they were substituting people, trying to get new guys into the defense. Go with the quick count. Maybe surprise them and get guys out of position.
3rd and 2. Again, Chris Leak looks over at Ed Zonbrecker, the offensive coordinator. His demeanor never seems to change.
It never does. Every now and then you see him jump up and down if he makes a play or if he misses a throw.
3rd and 2. Leak caught behind the line. Look at him struggle. I don't think he got enough, but he's close for the first down.
Nice play by Claudius Osai. A backup safety was in there as part of the dime defensive package, and he was not fooled. They tried to fake and get Chris Leak to the corner, and Osai was there to make the play.
And a Florida player down just inside the 30-yard line. The medical staff out to Jonathan Colon, Jill Arrington reports. 6'7" junior from Miami. .306 to go. 4th and 2. Well, while they chat with Jonathan Colon, you mentioned props to Matt Sign. The Colgate team won again today. Joe Castana, our spotter, played for Colgate. They remain undefeated.
A home playoff game, too.
Yes.
Hosted the home playoff game.
And coming up, time permitting, the Olympus College Football Today show. Colon will limp off, and I have a birthday announcement to make. We're covering all the bases today. Happy birthday to our statistician, Santa Monica, Chuck Gardner.
He's red. Look at him. His head is red.
He has not yet reached 50, but it's within sight. 4th and 2. Colon comes off. 31-27. Leak.
They're changing the play. They're setting it up. 4th and 2.
FSU showing a blitz. They're coming. Leak comes out to the left. He'll run for it. He's got it. Out of bounds at the 25.
What a heads-up play by Chris Leak. He saw the blitz. I don't think this was a designed quarterback run, but he saw the blitz coming from the outside, and he thought he could get to the corner. He gets out there. That was a called pass play. That was not a called quarterback run, but a quick recognition and a quick decision by Chris Leak to get the first down. Or maybe not. I thought he had it easily.
Yeah, I did too. They're going to measure.
Kendall Pope was the guy chasing.
Well, I thought this was a no-brainer. Tough to see as they, yep, it is a first down.
What a huge play. 4th and 2. They need a touchdown.
This will be the 9th play of this drive. 2:59 remaining in regulation, and both teams with 1 timeout remaining.
And this possession critical because there's no guarantee of when you might get the ball, if you might get the ball back again, and if you do, how much time or how much field you'd have to go to try to win the football game.
Leak has 2 receivers wide right. Fakes the handoff, goes deep in the middle for Troop. He's there. That drop pass in the end zone.
Oh, man.
He beat Jerome Carter. It's the freshman to the senior. Boy, he just did get that foot down.
And you're right, foot. He only needed 1 in. Doesn't need 2 of them in.
4 catches, 121 yards. Sean Morton controls the snap, which was a little high. And Ben Troop from Augusta.
Ben Troop going to run right down the middle, run past the safety, and what a perfect throw to the back line of the end zone. Ben Troop just needs 1 foot in, no bobble on the catch, 1 foot in, touchdown. What a play for the Gators. What a throw by an 18-year-old.
You know, we've done a few games this year. Most of them have been pretty good.
Mom, Dad, this is Paolo. He's an exchange student.
Would you like something to drink?
Sit. Wow, look at that.
It's the Vega Theater.
Amazing.
It's a Grand Vega TV with a Vega engine.
Of course.
DVD dream system with progressive scan and digital surround sound.
Fantastico.
Lemonade?
Introducing the affordable Vega Theater from Sony.
On a special Tuesday, Jag did one sailor's smoking habit
He left the radar console so we could have a cigarette.
kill a shipmate?
I want this guy for manslaughter.
All new Jag, CBS Tuesday.
Well, hasn't quieted down since we went away. And Ben Troop, the senior from Augusta, and Kewan Ratliff, the senior from Columbus, with reason to celebrate for the moment. But we've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in this one. Leon Washington back. Matt Petrovich will tee it up.
And again, Florida has been burned by some kickoff problems today. We got to focus on the task at hand, which is being disciplined on their kickoff lanes and cover this kickoff.
Here's Petrovich, booms it. Washington will bring it out from 3 yards into the end zone. He is a speedster, but there's good coverage at the 28-yard line.
Now, I want to look at something on this touchdown. The guy to keep an eye on is the safety, Jerome Carter. Now, for some unexplainable reason, he's going to take a couple steps up. There's no play-action fake in the back, or a little fake. That little play-action fake made the safety step up, and then Ben Troop was able to run behind him to get to the end zone. And watch the end of the play. 1 foot in, the official right there to make the call. Wow.
There's the foot. 1st and 10, Florida State trailing by 3.
Plenty of time for Chris Ricks. They only need a field goal to tie the game, and they've got 1 timeout in their pocket.
Hand off, right side, Booker, ankle tackle, Daryl Dixon, number 34.
2 weeks ago, in Florida State's last game, they went into overtime against North Carolina State, 2 overtimes, and won the game on a Leon Washington touchdown run in the 2nd overtime. So, overtime not unfamiliar for Chris Ricks in the Florida State offense.
2nd down and 6. It's Booker and Coleman in the backfield. 3 wides. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. 4 down for Florida. Fumble! Ricks gets it, but he's tackled at the 24.
Boy, that's a costly mistake. Chris Ricks was looking at the defense, and he lost his concentration on the snap. I don't think it was a bad snap. It wasn't, but his eyes were downfield instead of on the football. And for that one moment, he lost concentration. And now it's 3rd and 14 for the Seminoles.
Corners back off. They're going to give him a little room. Ricks goes deep. He's got a man open. Oh, he overthrows him. P.K. Sam was there.
He sure did have him. Cover 2 again, which means the 2 safeties are splitting the middle of the field. P.K. Sam has his man beat, but it's just slightly overthrown by Chris Ricks. Gus Scott was in coverage on P.K. Sam, and he was beat, but a slight overthrow.
4th and 14.
Remember when Ron Zook was telling us about the 4th down play when they stopped him?
1991, it was a 14-9 victory. Then it was 4th and 7. Now it's 4th and 14. Left side, man open, Robinson,
What
first down
throw.
at the 48.
What a clutch throw by Chris Ricks. 4th and 14, are you kidding me? It's a deep in route. He's got to get the first down. He's got to take it maybe a little deeper than he normally would. And Chris Ricks sticks it right in there. Dominic Robinson stepping up in the absence of Profonzo Thorpe.
1:07 to go. They need a field goal to tie and send it into overtime. Ricks forced right, pulls up, goes deep for PK Sam, adjusts, caught it, touchdown!
Gus Scott was beat on the third down play, but Chris Ricks overthrew it. Gus Scott was beat on this play, and Chris Ricks didn't overthrow it. He got totally turned around and didn't know where the football was, and PK Sam made the catch.
Now this becomes important. Bethia got it.
But credit Chris Ricks for buying a little extra time by scrambling out of the pocket. Watch Chris Ricks elude the rush. Ray Willis gets beat by Darrell Lee. He gets outside, sets his feet again, and finds PK Sam for the touchdown. Gus Scott got turned all around and couldn't find the ball.
5 plays, 72 yards, the last 52 to PK Sam.
Red Faction, rated M for mature. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Team Stealth Action, rated T for teen. Now on Engage.
We invite you to jump on the seesaw and ride with us. Back and forth, up and down. PK Sam, 52 yards from Chris Ricks.
Boy, oh boy.
Want to hear the lineup for tonight?
Can't beat this.
They're going to play Can You Top This?
Yeah.
Well, tonight on CBS, it's not supposed to happen to women who are already thin and beautiful. They start dieting and they can't stop. 48 Hours investigates. And then, Todd, USA and Canada versus the world. That's almost as close as this one. I promise you that.
Why do they call it Ice Wars? I mean, do they actually fight on the ice or off the ice?
It's a team concept. It evolved out of the 1994 Olympic Games in Lillehammer, Norway. And this one's pretty good.
Feisty group of competitors.
Yes.
What a football game.
Yes, it is. 55 seconds to go. And again, that Bethia extra point means Florida's got to have a touchdown. Andre Caldwell heading right down the sidelines and out of bounds at the 31. Let's take another look at the go-ahead touchdown.
Well, this is Gus Scott, and here's PK Sam's going to run to the post. Now, when the safeties split, Scott is responsible for picking up the guy in the middle, and he's in pretty good shape. I mean, he gets on his hip, but, you know, the timing, because Chris Ricks scrambled, that meant he had to cover him longer than he was accustomed to, and he just got turned around at the end of the play. But the scramble out of the pocket made this play take longer than it normally would have, and Gus Scott got beat.
1 timeout remaining. The ball on the 31-yard line. 38-34, Florida State. Right side, and the defender slipped, and the ball is incomplete, intended for Kelvin Kite. That was Rufus Brown, number 7.
Florida still has 1 timeout. You want to save that for the absolute time that you need it the most. You need a touchdown. Field goal does you no good with 42 seconds left. Clock stops if you make a first down.
Leak will scramble.
This takes a lot of time.
Yes, it does.
Takes a lot of time to run and then to uncover the pile, and they're going to have to use their timeout.
2 seconds to go. FSU leads it by 4.
Now through Sunday, Zales is having a store-wide sale with savings up to 60% off and more. Like this 5-carat baguette and round diamond bracelet for just $4.99. Or these 3/4 carat diamond earrings, now just $3.99. Hurry, quantities are limited. Now through Sunday only at Zales, the diamond store.
I have to focus. Gather everything I've learned. All my successes, all my sacrifices, all my pain, and concentrate that energy into one moment. That's a moment I'll use every single day of my life. There are 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Catch TV's most-watched new comedy.
My mom and dad are splitting up.
You're lucky. When I was your age, I could only dream about my parents splitting up.
2.5 Men, CBS Monday after Raymond.
NFL on CBS, a doubleheader tomorrow. First game features New England at Indianapolis, Cincy at Pittsburgh, or Buffalo in New York. And the second game, Kansas City at San Diego, Denver at Oakland, Cleveland at Seattle. Time for a quick prayer. Third down. Here's Leak. Left side. That'll stop the clock for the first down. Andre Caldwell gets it. And Florida will re-huddle quickly. Now the clock stops in college ball as they reset the chain. Leak has his men set.
Good news for Florida. They're used to going without a huddle. I mean, that's kind of the way they play the whole game. They just have to speed it up now.
Leak has to run, gets out of bounds.
Good coverage downfield. I mean, Florida State knows a field goal can't hurt them, so they can play a lot of zone, try to get pressure with 3 or 4, and just try to keep all the Florida pass routes in front of them. Don't get beat over the back top, over their heads.
17 seconds remaining. At the 50. Florida State overcame a 4th and 14 and then struck on 1st and 10 from 52 yards away. Here's Leak. Goes deep. Nobody down there. That one is out of bounds and incomplete. It'll be 3rd down with 9 seconds to go.
Well, you just can't say enough about Chris Ricks. I mean, 4th quarter for Chris Ricks. 6 of 7, 135 yards, and some clutch throws.
Chris Ricks had that really terrible game in the loss at Clemson. Did not play well in the first half against North Carolina State. Bobby Bowden said he had to talk his staff out of talking him into benching him for Fabian Walker. And they said, no, let's stick with Chris in the second half. And they went on to win against NC State in double overtime. 3rd and 7. Leak wings it deep, incomplete, out of bounds. And with 1 second left, the ultimate Big Ben is coming up.
And it looked like they were kind of trying to do that on this play. I thought they might try to get another decent chunk of yardage and then be able to throw one to the end zone. Be tough to get the ball to the end zone from where they are right now.
Florida State uses its final timeout with 1 second to go. Chris Ricks. And because of his performance in the 4th quarter when he posted such big numbers, he is our player of the game. 14 of 19, 257, 4 touchdowns.
Outstanding football game. And you know, last year he beat Florida primarily with his legs. This year he beat him primarily with his arm.
Well, while we've got a moment, let's present to you the Wrangler 5-star play of the game. Here is Gene Deckerhoff of Florida State.
A minute 8 to go, a minute 7. Knowles with 1 timeout. Here's the snap. Ricks against a four-man rush. Flush to his right. Flush to his right. Cocks the arm. He'll throw it toward the end zone. He's got PK Sam open. He makes the catch. Touchdown FSU. Touchdown PK Sam. 55 seconds left. Sam takes a touchdown.
Gene Deckerhoff, who is celebrating his 25th year as the radio voice of Florida State.
You know, I want to bring something else up that Jeff Bowden did in this game, the offensive coordinator, that was very smart. A couple years ago, when they were getting ready to play Oklahoma in the championship game, they lost Snoop Minnis for academics, and they moved Javon Walker from split end to flanker, and it didn't work out. He didn't make any changes today.
Here's the final play of the game. Leak being pressured, pulls up. He's going to have to run, and this becomes the ultimate improvisation. He's got to score. The game is over because he does not. Chris Ricks, an improbable comeback. And Bobby Bowden wins number 342. The Florida State Seminoles back to a 10-win season. And they will be bound for a BCS bowl game. Ron Zook, Bobby Bowden. And there's a fight that breaks out in the middle of the field.
Well, the fight broke out because Florida State, some of their players were jumping up and down on the Florida F in the middle of the field.
Any question that the hostility between these two is real is eradicated.
Channing Crowder better put his helmet back on.
And the battle continues with a lot of punches being thrown. The smart ones keep their helmet on. Helmets.
And I don't know why, but Rob Wilson, the sports information guy, is right down there in the middle of it. Jeez. And he has no helmet.
And there is someone down. Whether spectator, media member, not sure yet, and they continue to dance on the far side. Now the fracas has ended, and there goes a Gator head. And let's go down to Jill Arrington, who's with Bobby Bowden.
Well, Coach, congratulations, your first 10-win season in 3 years, but does this win validate that this Florida State program is back with the elite?
It looks like it, you know, because this is what we used to do. That was probably the most exciting game we've had with Florida in years. I don't know how we came back and won it.
Well, Coach, emotions are high. This fight here on the field, does that kind of spoil what you've just done?
Yeah, I wish we hadn't done that. I don't know why it started. But these kids are pretty intense against each other. I'm sorry it happened.
Well, Coach, this is a big win. Enjoy it. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you very much. Tell your dad Rick I said hello.
All right. Back to you, Vern.
All right. Thank you, Jill. Florida.
Same kind of football game. Well, we're going to have to. We're going to have to get some pressure on Danny Werfel or he will kill you. And we got to make some things happen.
I found out you got a number of your players that are down with a little illness. Tell me about those players.
Well, Darrell Bush has had a hard time holding anything on his stomach. Just slight flu, not big flu. But I don't think he's eaten anything all day, so we've given him a few IVs trying to keep him healthy.
Give me your one key for this ball game, Coach.
One key for the ball game, we need to make more big plays than them, because there should be a lot of big plays.
Coach, thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you, buddy.
We also had a chance to ask Steve Spurrier earlier what he thought would be the keys that this game would hinge on.
It'll be the crucial plays, the block punts or special team play or maybe an interception, turnover, a fumble. One of those type plays that could either help you or go against you.
The Florida Gators won the toss. They deferred, and that's news in itself because oftentimes Steve Spurrier wants that ball right at the beginning, but he's going to give it to Florida State as Matt Teague will kick it off. And deep to return it for Florida State will be Lavernus Coles and Jermaine Stringer. And there's a bit of brave boldness in this because Coles and Stringer are both freshmen. This is about the biggest ball game those two youngsters have ever been involved in so far in their young lives. Matt Teague, 97 kickoffs, 40 of them have resulted in touchbacks this season. So obviously he's got a strong leg, and the elements are controlled here. It's a high-hanging kick going to the goal line, where it's taken by Cole. He's the track man. He's the burner. He's belted to the ground at the 13-yard line. And that's where the Florida State Seminoles will start with Thad Busby coming in at quarterback. Busby is he's got a bad number up there, that 12 interceptions. He doesn't like it, but he thinks he's playing better now than he has been playing. And of course, you can't talk about Florida State offense without talking about number 28, Warrick Dunn, the native of Baton Rouge. He will go over 4,000 yards tonight almost surely. He's had 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. And the Seminoles get Andre Cooper back healthy from a knee injury at wide receiver. He's a big receiver at 6'2" and about 195 pounds. So from the 13, the Noles go to work as Busby sets up and goes deep. He's got a big one downfield. It is caught by Andre Cooper. And Cooper is at the 31-yard line of Florida for a first down. Red Weary, the cornerback, couldn't stop the completion, but he stopped the touchdown.
Well, Keith, you talk about what are they doing differently. On the first play of the game, the Gators blitz to stop the run. Florida State is ready for it. They're going big time down the field. An excellent throw and catch. A great way to start for the Noles.
A 55-yard reception, pass and run, and they put it actually on the 32 of Florida. First down for the Seminoles. And Pooh Bear Williams looking for the snap signal because it is very noisy. It is Warrick Dunn having a little trouble getting around the corner, and he won't make the corner. He's going to go out of bounds with about a yard or maybe 2-yard loss. The offensive front for the Florida State Seminoles is a good, solid group. Todd Fordham has had an outstanding season. Marcus Long is a good one. Walter Jones can be a great one in time. The defensive front for the Gators, Reggie McGrew, is a redshirt freshman who's growing in stature. He's improved steadily through the season, coming off an ankle injury. It is Khalid Abdullah in the backfield right now. The pass is thrown out to him from a slot position, and Abdullah will get him down inside the 25 to about the 24. Remember that Rock Preston is off the team. He's no longer a member of the team, and that's why Abdullah has been moved up in the order. The Florida linebackers led by James Bates, the leading tackler on the team this season. He's a horse in the middle. And the secondary for the Gators is a very, very good one. There really isn't a weakness in that group.
3 of the players there, Keith, were all conference players, those defensive backs.
So it is 3rd down and 3 right now. As they work out of the shotgun, hand the ball inside. And it is Warrick Dunn, who's at 5'9", 182 or 3 pounds, sort of disappeared in the pile as Ed Chester and Reggie McGrew got to him in a hurry. And it's going to be 4th down and about 2 now.
Take a look at Steve Spurrier, only 2 and 3 in bowl games. His record against Bobby Bowden is not much better.
Decision being made here by Florida State is what are we going to do? And on 4th down and 2, they're going to go